So how are
I
you?
literally have, hold on. It's, 32 ounces of UV blue and, lemonade. And I'm halfway done with it already. Oh, there you went.
So how are you, Seth?
Pissed the fuck off.
Are you doing better from the other day?
Shane,
yes.
I'm sharing you a picture.
Are you? Let me see.
Hold on. Upload screenshot.
I was a little worried about you, Seth.
Yeah, it was a bad day. Just like today kind of sucks, but not that bad.
I'm glad to hear that you're having a better day.
I mean, don't get me wrong, work fucking pissed me off, but that's work. What do you expect?
I don't expect much from work.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, now when we get ready to do this, everybody will have to be somewhat... They'll have to be stationary, because these PlayStation parties, man, you go outside or something and we just lose you.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I know I'm starting my stream already, so...
What the fuck is
Starting
that?
a stream?
Yeah.
Well, I won't be able to see any of your comments. Oh, not be mad.
Dude, that's fucking awesome.
What the shit?
Sweet.
How do I do that, Nick? I want to do that.
That is Hildebrand's mom.
Huh.
Oh my.
She is not happy.
Somebody is pissed. That is
You'll get to
awesome.
see that when you catch up.
Yeah.
The way that you were saying it, you were like, what is that? Because I want to do it. And I was like, does it have big boobs? Because I would do it too.
Actually, fairly good size, actually.
Then yes, I will do it too, regardless of how pissed off it is. It has not had my week.
Oh my.
Somebody got loud as fuck.
No
That would
shit.
be Bill. That would probably be Bill.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, it
Because
is.
my TV's turned down all the way.
Well, my shit isn't down all the way, but it's down enough where you can't tell.
Well, once I finish this cutscene, I'll jump out and I guess I'll watch a Bill stream while we talk.
Okay, now my sound is set to no. The only thing that I'll have show up will be the us talkagy.
Someone had to teleport. That is.
Okay, I gotta set up all the other stuff now.
Actually, before we start this, I should go make tea real quick. Because we're gonna be here for a few.
Well, get it done, because I'm setting up everything right now.
I just said that.
Okay, I need... yeah, fuck on that. Yeah, fuck on that.
If you're hungry, you can grab a quick bite of cow noodles. Just talk to it.
But yeah, I started a stream on mine in case we needed some backup audio or something.
Really? Shane, your lady is playing NBA?
No, I'm actually playing it on her PlayStation 4.
It's free.
Yeah.
It's free,
Wow.
and I don't. It's free, and I don't have PlayStation Plus at the moment, but she does.
Back in a few.
No, I'm playing basketball.
Wow.
What was that? Oh, nothing. Hey, caretaker. Yeah. Hi, whatever.
Shit, where'd my phone go? There's my phone.
Alright, well, as soon as everybody's set, I have all the options and everything laid down.
Alright.
I'm just not starting the cast until we're all set up. Basically,
enough.
we're just gonna do a What's Up. We're gonna add to the What's Up Fandom Knight podcast, and if we get any commenters in here, that'll be fine. This is really a test to see what the audio is gonna do, more than anything else.
You interested in traveling together? With you? I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Yeah, I've got nothing from you right now, Seth.
What about me?
Well, you're stationary. See, that's what I was saying. Once it starts, we'll all have to be stationary, because I've noticed that Seth will like walk to his fridge, and I'll lose him. And like sometimes Nick will go outside to smoke or whatever, or he'll go out to the garage, and we'll lose him. So once it starts, we'll have to be stationary.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
I'm sitting in my recliner, so I'm good.
Okay, well, fuck on that noise. I was gonna go do my laundry, but apparently it's not all the way done yet, so it'll wait until after the cast. And plop a fat ass. Oh, that's fun. Okay, yeah, I was right.
Woot, comments.
Alright. I'm set. We got Nick back yet?
I don't believe so, no.
Okay. Huh. DCU just updated.
Yeah, it's like a 25 gig patch.
25 gig?
Yeah, like I said, I
That's
had
it.
to delete a bunch of shit in order to get it.
I'm about to say, that seems a little extreme for a,
What's up? I'm back.
for a patch.
Okay, that's everybody? We set?
Getting ready to be. Set my ass back down and got my Picard tea and some
All right.
mini marshmallows.
You're coming through nice and clear and everything. No issue with you at all.
I would hope not. I'm only like 4 feet away from my PS4.
Yeah, but these parties are fickle sometimes.
Yeah.
And sometimes it doesn't have to, sometimes it can be anybody's connection in the party can slow the process.
Yeah, it's true.
But it looks like we got Seth nice and clear.
Well, of course, I'm sitting right next to my router.
I haven't had any issue with anything from Shane. So now, once I know Scott's ready to go, we're ready.
Well, I'm right next to my stuff too, so
We all sit right next to our
you just
stuff,
weren't
apparently.
you just weren't talking, so I didn't know if you were.
no,
All
I
right,
don't
are
really.
we set? I am going to begin this thing. we're going.
Woohoo!
Woot, going.
Woot. Live stream. Woot.
All right, this is the very first ever live podcast. I don't think that we're going to get very many people in here, but who knows? Who knows how this is going to go? I got a really fast Cloud running around. He's on some kind of crack. So, William Bush, Reploid Bill.
Sub-level Sario.
Scott
Scott,
McCree,
Next.
guys.
Scott Action Jackson.
Nick the Lone Paladin.
Okay, so
And I
easiest
got
way to
mini
run this,
marshmallows.
we're gonna do a
And I
what's
got
up.
booze.
May as well get a what's up in here. So, who wants to go first?
I just got back from a family reunion a couple days ago. That was fun.
I'll see.
First vacation I've had in like 10 years. So it was
That's a
pretty
long
cool.
ass time.
Yeah, no fucking joke. Needed some time off. Needed to get away, recharge the batteries. Something cracking, but I, didn't get around to that.
Oh, I see.
I keep meaning to, I just never do.
Sometimes that's the way it is, man.
Been playing a shit ton of Final Fantasy 14.
I've noticed. I've not been.
Yeah, I know
What's
you haven't.
up there, Savage Review?
Welcome to the What's Up test.
Testes, testes. 1, 2, 3.
No, not a Micah checker.
Oh wow.
Well, what,
Okay,
guy?
there we go. Oh, I just got the stream up and running.
Yeah, I've been watching
Okay.
it for a couple seconds.
Somebody doesn't have something going through their headset.
Why not?
Well, come on, you're up on the what's up. Unless anybody has a topic to throw down on us.
I've just been basically playing some games. Got the season pass for Fallout 4, beat Doom.
Yeah,
been good
beat
times.
Doom. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, the new Turtles game. We actually got somebody that's played that, actually. We could talk a little bit about it. Scott, tell us about Turtles.
Oh, well, the Turtles game. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutants in Manhattan, which is kind of its own, I guess, multiverse turtle world.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, most people remember the Turtles Forever special, right?
Right.
Where there's like turtles from
Kinda.
different universes, and I'm guessing that's where this kind of takes place, is in a different one as well.
Oh, yeah, I can't get there.
Even though Nickelodeon's name is on it, along with Activision.
Well, of
Okay.
course. Nickelodeon owns Turtles now.
Yeah. But you do get to play as the 4 turtles, like usual. Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, Raphael. The downfall, no co-op couch play.
Okay, but can you co-op
Online.
like online?
Yeah, that's it.
That's not necessarily a game breaker. I mean, I enjoy co-op couch play myself, but I mean, as long as it's there, is the co-op 4? Like, can you get all 4 turtles type of thing?
You can. I think it's within your own turtle from your own game, but you can't be Leonardo if somebody else is picking Leonardo, so...
Right, but you can get all 4 turtles, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can actually change the loadout onto, like, the moves that he has from your own game. So if you have, like, a super shuriken, like, level 4 on your guy, you can carry it over into somebody else's game, as far as I know.
I see.
Right. Well, I was about to say, I almost bought me up some Ninja Turtle cereal while I was at the store. That would
I
have been
saw
awesome.
that. I saw that. There was something else there, too. What all did you see?
Ninja Turtles, fucking, Civil War, not a joke, fucking Avengers, like, Civil War cereal, and then I ended up picking up the Batman side of Batman v Superman cereal, because it's chocolate and fuck you. And then, I'm a fat kid, I gotta have chocolate, damn it. And then, I picked up, what was it? Oh, the Yoda box of the Star Wars cereal, because marshmallows for the win.
Okay, what Savage just said upgraded weapons and tech can be used online. What's that mean? What can you upgrade and do in the Turtles game?
I know that
Is
there's
that what he's
things,
talking about?
Kinda. I know that there's things in the game called charms that you can attach to your characters, and they can boost up your strength and stuff like that, including some odd things like searching for additional hidden items.
Okay.
But as far as the weapons themselves, I haven't come across that part yet.
Huh. But then that means that each turtle can basically be kind of customized and worked on and upgraded then?
Yeah, they have a section not only during the story menu, but during the main menu you can go into called like a turtle tutorial. You can select you can select your own turtle, his moves, and his charms skills.
Okay, that's not a bad thing then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was about to say, weren't you talking about that on the last What's Up we did, where you were like, yeah, doing the tutorial stuff, it's kind of fun, but kind of a pain in the ass?
Yeah, kinda. Because the tutorial, you start off playing as... When I was playing it, I started as Leonardo. And then a little while after learning the stuff, then you can change as the other turtles.
Who's got the hardcore gaming going on right now?
I'm guessing Seth.
Oh, probably me, my bad.
Because I tried saying that earlier, but nobody listened.
Look, I thought I turned the shit down.
No, I
Fuck
heard you.
Besides, I'm drunk. It was a long fucking day, and like I said, 32 ounces of vodka and lemonade.
Okay, well, Savage says that you can buy upgrades, so then, do you get money, or is it like bought with like an experience point value?
You kind of get some points for your battles and stuff in the game, and then you can go back to the lair and buy some additional, well, kind of additional weapons and stuff, like additional weapons, additional pizza to help your health during the boss battles.
New weapon.
And I know that you can actually go back through the levels once you beat them in the story mode to actually help level up your moves and some of your, I just lost it.
Seems like overall this is a better version of the Tragic that we played.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is all starting to sound vaguely familiar.
Sounds a lot like that
some
Out of the
Shadows
Shadows,
we were
but done
playing.
right.
From what I've seen,
Yeah.
Out of the Shadows look better than this, though, in my view.
Well, looks was definitely not all there. Oh my God, man, trust me. Oh,
But
that
it is,
game was some kind of awful.
but it is fun having kind of...
And you're the one who was posting pictures in the fucking Facebook group page about graphics doesn't make it a good game. Yeah, you're gonna bitch about the way that it looks? Really, guy?
What?
Fucking Scott posted a fucking picture in the Facebook group page being like, just because fucking brand new graphics doesn't mean it's a good game. And now he's sitting here like,
on
yeah, the
what
graphics
game was he
don't
talking
look
about?
good. No,
What
it's a
game?
fucking meme.
Oh, it was a
It was
meme.
like one of those fucking, like, fucking Super Mario Brothers 3 was a great game, but it looked like shit. Type of thing. Or do you not pay attention to the Facebook group page?
Well, I do, and I post that because of the Mario games, but...
Well,
like
I know
said,
you do, but I'm talking to Bill here.
Yeah, I
oh,
guess it
like,
depends throughout the course of
God.
the day, but when there's quite literally 70-something posts and I'm at work for 10 hours, no, it depends
Alright,
on the
fair enough.
time
Yeah,
you're
no,
talking
right.
about, but yes, I pay attention to that group page probably more than a good portion of the people do.
But I was going to say that it is fun having this kind of open area where you can go explore some parts of Manhattan and sometimes the subway and in the sewers, but sometimes it does have what normal games usually have, and that's those occasional invisible walls that stop you from going to certain areas.
Well, that just kind of happens simply so that way then they don't have to program a entire massive world map like, you know, a Skyrim or a fucking any form of Bethesda game. Although even then, those still have those fucking invisible walls where it's like, turn back, you can't go that way.
So I have it's definitely off topic, but let's I'm curious. Does anybody actually know anything about the Star Trek Online? I mean, how it actually works, how it plays, what it's like?
I played it way back when.
Right.
And the only thing I really remember from it was a very terrible experience on an away mission. It was like a pseudo third-person shooter, but it wasn't that good.
Although I haven't seen
an
anything
away
like
mission,
that.
I was like, oh god.
Well, I'm pretty sure they've changed it a lot since then. Because this was also the beta.
Oh, then yeah, they definitely have changed it since then.
Yeah, it's changed outrageously since then.
It was just like, yeah, it was bad enough for me to go, yeah, I don't think I'll be playing this.
See, I'm really
Kinda
interested,
like Elder
but at the
Scrolls
same
Online.
time, I'm worried about it. Like, okay, I'm really excited for the idea of like making a Starfleet officer, and I looked up a couple of things. There's two different like modes. There's a space mode, and then there's also like away mission modes. And away mission modes usually like they deal with building a team, and then they follow your traditional MMO standards where one guy might be an enforcer, another guy might use type of shield technologies and things like that. Another guy might be a doctor on the field that can actually like heal you during, you know, the away missions or deal with certain situations and stuff like that. But then I've seen something that confuses me because I've seen like ships fighting Borgs. And what confuses me about that is not every single person on the server can be flying around in a ship. Otherwise, there's like 52 million Galaxy classes floating around.
Oh no, to get Galaxy class, you have to do an asinine amount of stuff.
So how do ships work at all?
I think you start off with like a Defiant or something stupid. But
Well, you say
everyone
you.
can fly around.
Okay, now here's the reason I'm confused or wondering, because like with what you just said, if all of us just have our own ship, something about that seems weird to me, because in an MMO fashion, one of the things I've been seeing online is that there are people walking around on ships, like Galaxy classes, doing jobs. Like walking around and working on panels and stuff like that, and it's in-game. So what's really confusing me the most here is, how does that work? Because if I'm in a ship battle, do I just have to, like, do me and you and Shane and Seth all have our own ship? Or are we in a company where somehow what we do in the game inside of the ship produces the battle on the outside?
I would guess maybe a little bit of both might be possible.
I'd have to fiddle with it again. I could probably just get it on Steam and fiddle with it.
Well, it is a free
bit at
MMO
some
now,
point.
isn't it?
Yep.
Well, the only reason
Same
I'm really
thing with,
curious is because
Star Wars.
it's coming to the PlayStation here in like the fall.
So it's going to be another one of those DCUO things.
Right.
Okay.
And I'm massively interested, just if nothing else, for the fact that it's Star Trek. And it also brings up the idea, at least for me, that it would be so cool to be able to live out my fan fictions Like if we could, like if there was something kind of like in Final Fantasy 14, which I don't know how this game works at all, but like you know how like if we could all join a troop or whatever it is, or however Star Trek would reference it, and then if we have to buy a ship or something, like kind of like how you buy the company houses or whatever, you know, which those are incredibly expensive, but I'm just referencing in general.
Well, that's also if you can happen to
interesting.
find land.
Right, but that's why it makes me wonder how that situation is handled, because when I look at clips, I see sovereign classes flying around, and if everybody can just have a sovereign class, something about that seems less epic to me, because what is the point of going up in rank for captain or anything else if I can just be a cadet with my friggin' Defiant class flying around? Because Worf didn't get a Defiant till he was a captain.
As I said, it's been forever since I tried it, so I can download it, and if anything, when I get off work on Saturday, depending on what you're doing, I could pop over with my laptop, we could check it out. Because I have to open Saturday now, so I'll be off
Saturday, I have an outrageously busy schedule. I don't know what that's going to look like.
Well, I got Sunday off. How about that? We'll figure something out. I need to quit eating these damn marshmallows.
Yeah,
I've eaten like half a bag of marshmallows. I'm gonna be sick as a dog. It's totally worth it. Oh, so Bill,
Yeah.
I have to actually start reading the manga or deal with Japanese dubbed anime now.
Okay, why?
Because I downloaded a demo for a game, right? It's
What?
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh my god.
Wow.
It was pretty cool.
JoJo?
I did it on a whim because I was like, yeah, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Right.
Yeah,
have a
it's,
game.
It's pretty hardcore epic.
It's pretty fucking sweet. And I was like, if the anime / manga is as cool as this shit, I need it. Need it
Well,
now.
speaking of anime / manga, they're not up yet, but they are recorded. The first 4 chapters of Dragon Ball Z, the manga review, is going to be going up on Pages of Fandom, and those are turning out to be pretty good episodes. We're breaking down Dragon Ball Z one chapter at a time. We go across the chapter with a synopsis. Right after the chapter, we go into where I get to everybody that read the book gets to bring up points that they noticed, and we've done all kinds of talks already. Like one of the talks that we did was why does Raditz assume that Goku is even on the planet? Could Goku have actually taken the planet? Could Goku have destroyed Earth? And all these other little things that we talk about.
And why the fuck is there a moon?
Yeah, we also talk about why is the moon there?
To piss you off.
But
no,
that's
Rangers,
gonna
don't
be
view.
that's
Sorry,
going to
wrong
be
show.
going up. And aside from that, I've started mass recording my comic book commentaries. So I've got a lot of those that are going to be going up on my channel soon.
Oh crap, I gotta start on that too. Yeah, you gotta love having to do multiple things.
Oh, yeah. I ain't about
But
that one for now.
in all honesty, I'm not 100% sure in terms of like, is there a reason that you want to read the manga or whatever? I mean, for would it help for the
for
game?
JoJo's?
Or, yeah, what's
No,
going on?
It just, the game seemed really cool, and I was like, well, you know, if this is how over the top it is in the game. I want to see how ridiculous it actually gets.
Okay.
I was
Yeah,
about
I
to
can't
say,
Because it seems like it could be hilariously awesome.
Man, I
Well,
don't think
if-
I've ever read any of that.
What's there to do in town?
Amazingly, I've subscribed to Did You Know Anime off of YouTube, and they actually just did an episode on it. And they said that a lot of the stuff, like between both the show, the movies, and the manga, had to be changed because in the manga, the guy who writes it is actually like a hardcore music fan. So he makes a whole lot of references to different,
Oh, yeah.
like songs and shit like that.
Okay.
Well, then when it comes over
and
to
bands.
the anime, yeah. But they said that when it comes to the anime, they had to change so much shit so that then they wouldn't have to worry about copyrights and shit. Like a lot of the stuff, some of the songs, like the bands. Like they were like the bands will freak out and be like, yeah, well, let's sue the fuck out of them. So they were like, okay, let's change shit. So like oh god, I can't remember a good enough example. But I know they changed like somebody's move set to being like a completely different song or reference, simply to make sure that they wouldn't get sued by the band.
Now you see, this is one of those things that makes me appreciate. Okay, I watch and read the shit out of Genshiken, and one of the coolest things about Genshiken is that the creator talks about all kinds of other animes and shit like that, but he has to alter their names and change some of their substance in order for him to be able to talk about them, and if you figure out what he's talking about, then more power to you. But in the case of Gundam, he did not have to do that because the original creator of Gundam, or rather the man who's writing the Gundam origin books right now, is a fan of Genshiken and just told the dude straight out, dude, just say Gundam.
Nice.
And what's really cool about that is now, like, there's been episodes where they make Gunpla models.
Stupid
and they
turtles.
work on things like making goofs or talking about, like, could Amuro do this or anything like that. And as a special nod to him, there was a question at the end of every Gundam origin book. There's a special end piece that's added where somebody gets a chance to work with the legend that is writing the Gundam origin books, which, just so you know, in case you ever want to look up this guy's work, because he is an absolute master. Like, he's one of the greatest anime artists of all time. He's Yoshikazu Yoshihiko. He is shocking. I'm telling you, he'll blow your mind with what he does, because he's famous for, he doesn't do outlines, he doesn't do traces, he doesn't prep the page, and he does no blueprints. He just takes his pen, puts it on the paper, and draws the manga. And he only uses one pen. He uses no shaders, no special effects, no computers. He just uses one pen and draws the entire manga from start to finish. And it is mind-blowing what this guy does. But at the end of his book, you get a chance to, if he likes your work, he's been inviting other manga artists to draw in the back of his books for like the last 10 pages, that they can do something. And one of the guys he went and asked the writer of Genshiken, he was like, what if the Genshiken guys could appear in Gundam? And the dude was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Like, are you being fucking, is that real? Like, I can do that? And he's like, dude, he's like, yeah, we could do that. Let's get the Genshiken crew in Gundam. And sure enough, I think it's at the end of book 2, the Genshiken group is sitting around like playing PlayStation, and Amuro comes to the Genshiken to see what they're doing. And then he's all interested because he likes old goofy tech, so like he's taking their PlayStation and shit, and he's just like leaving with their stuff. He just like walks in, he takes their PlayStation, he's like, oh shit. He's like, is that a PC engine? And they're like, yeah. And so he just takes it. And he's like leaving with it, and they're like, do we stop him? And they're like, I don't know, maybe it's an honor? I don't know. Is that should we take our shit back? I don't know what the fuck to do here. And they don't know how to do it, so they just leave it there.
Nice.
Oh, so
Oh, that's fucking
two
sweet.
of the references that I did notice so far musically for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, at least for the game, I'm assuming these are characters also from the series.
Right.
The main villain guy that you beat the shit out of in the very first fight in this demo, his name is Dio.
Yep.
Okay.
So you killed Dio, which I feel terrible about. But this Dio's a douchebag. He's not cool like the,
Well, I
real
was about
Dio.
to say, if you've paid attention to AMV Hell 5, that's the reason why at the very beginning, they're like, AMV Hell 5 dedicated to Dio, and then they literally show him for, just being a jackass.
Yeah. And then the other one is Robert E.O. Speedwagon.
Katie has been so
Yep.
That's pretty sweet.
I saw that, and I was like, no fucking way! Ario
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Speedwagon in this bitch!
Oh, yeah.
And
Like I said, a
as
lot
for
of
the
it is
question-
like bands and songs and shit. It's fucking awesome.
As for the question came up, the only reason I'm quote-unquote farming is so that Cloud is not just standing here while we talk. That's the only
mean, he
purpose
could.
behind what I'm doing.
He really could. It could be very funny.
And what I'm potentially doing is I'm just working on the limit breaks anyway, so...
You know what Cloud could be doing? Cloud could be dressing up like a woman for Shane.
Oh,
Shane's been eerily quiet.
That's because Shane's
Because of
playing
Shane.
NBA. Exactly
Oh, yeah.
what I said I was worried about with these was that people would end up playing games instead of being in the podcast, and that's what he ended up doing.
Oh,
Well, see, luckily for me, I
I'm-
have the ADD, so I can talk and play a game at the same time.
And I'm
and
a
I'm
master
drunk.
of the multitasking arts.
Which I learned from you.
Quick one!
Anyway, there we go.
Yeah, my voice is a little shot right now.
Yeah, I know, mine too.
I'm here.
Someday
I'm
more
just
places in the world.
listening to you
Saying-
guys talk.
Saying nothing at all.
You just zone the fuck out while I sit here drunk and ramble, and Nick talks about a fucking awesome anime, and Bill confirms awesome animes, and you're just like, yeah.
Well, I'm honestly
basketball.
waiting for this game to install on my laptop. It's taking for fucking ever.
What are you getting?
Oh, so I watch a lot of different YouTubers either do Let's Plays or other things. It's
Yeah.
actually how I found out about a lot of cool games. One of the people that I watch a lot of is Mini a True Nerd. He does a lot of Fallout videos and a bunch of other stuff. But there's one that's kind of, or that he just recently played. It's called Armello. And trying to think the best way to put it. Think of it's basically kind of like a strategy board game in a sense, but it's got all the visual stuff, so that way you don't have to sit there and be like, oh yeah, my dude totally just kicked your dude's ass, and just you having to imagine it. You can actually view what happens, but you're playing as a bunch of different animals that each one has specific skill sets and stuff to it, and there's a crazy mad king that, as the game progresses, starts to die. So it's like it has a day and night phase, and then at the dawn of each day, he starts taking damage. So what you want to do is you either want to kill the king to become the king, to win the game. You want to build up enough prestige, that way you can just have the king abdicate his throne to you. You want to get a bunch of spirit stone things, that way you can go cure the king of his disease.
Okay.
So it was kind of neat, and I was like, I kind of want to try this out. But he's actually turned me on to quite a few different games that I've found that are kind of neat. Like Sky Shine's Bedlam was really good. Tharsis was pretty neat for a dice game type of dealy. I think it's the Darkest Dungeon, which is really cool, even though it's got a permadeath function to it. So if you build up a character, you really don't want them to die, but you really need them to go through this dungeon. So you got to be careful about all that type of stuff.
Damn it.
But yeah, I happen to just kind of, this is part of the reason why I watch a lot of stuff on YouTube. It's like, oh, hey, this game looks like it could be fun. And then I go play it.
Yeah, I kind of don't blame you. I've been doing the same thing with, like, I'm still watching Game Grumps, but, like, something about, like, they're, like, just, I don't know if it's just the games that they're playing, or the fact
It's
that
the
now
games.
that, well, I know Zelda's pissing me off, but that's just because it's fucking Legend of Zelda, and the way that Aaron plays, like, he's always distracted as fuck, so it annoys the shit out of me most times. But, like, some of the other games they're playing, like, I don't really give a fuck about. Like, I know that they've been playing fucking Dark Souls 3, but I'm already watching Team 4-Star play fucking Dark Souls 3 for the drinking stream. So I can sit down and get drunk whenever they play fucking Dark Souls.
Yeah, hey,
'Cause
when
they
are we
die a
going to
lot.
stream Bloodborne and do that?
No fucking idea.
We need to do this.
Yeah, I
Anyone
know.
else who would like to come join us on that occasion is more than welcome.
Oops.
Bill can sit there and laugh at us.
Yeah,
I've been
yeah, that's
streaming
very true.
serious shit the last couple streams. Like, way serious shit.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
that-
trying-
You're,
I'm trying to make it this. Look, I'm missing fingers, okay? I'm missing fingers.
I told you.
What's
I
going
told
on,
you I
Nick
shoot, but you didn't
Juggernuggets?
believe me. Why didn't you believe me?
What did I
Yeah.
just miss?
Okay, so,
The guy on the stream.
well, there's that. No, the game that Bill's playing, you know how I was talking about how when I first got my PS4, I got Outlast because it was free on the marketplace, because they were like, you got a PlayStation, ain't got no games, here's some free fucking games.
Dude, that
Well-
game is genuinely fucking scary.
I fucking told you.
No, I know you told me. But see, there's a difference between
there we go.
everybody. Everybody can say, "Oh yeah, it was scary shit," but like that's all those. I have a disagreement with people that still think that Resident Evil 2 and 3 were survival horrors because they're not. They were
Yeah.
action games by the time you got to Resident Evil 2. That's just the way it was. They were action games. They fired the director that wanted it to be scary. They purposely got rid of him, and then right after they got rid of him, they jumped into the action set. I mean, it was a different
Yep.
game. So when
Yeah, it
somebody
became
tells
action
me,
horror.
when somebody tells me, "Oh, you know, this is scary," and I have to see it. Like somebody has to show me something from it, or at least, you know, like I was interested in what you said, but then for some reason I never really picked up on what it was that the game was. And then for some reason this flash sale happened and they were like, "Hey, you want Outlast for $3?" And I was like, "Fuck, if it's $3, I'll just buy it. I don't give a fuck. I'll just buy it." You know what I mean? So I
Yep.
buy it, and then I start playing it my first night, and I was like, this big motherfucker. Because man, what was the first night I walked into the
You were walking
Damn
around
it, damn it.
outside. Oh, it's a fucking insane asylum. Oh, look at that. Wow.
Right.
I guess I better break in. And I'm like, come on, Bill. And then all of a sudden, like, you're walking around and you're like, how the fuck do I get through here? And then you get to the first dude that's, like, running through the fucking hallways. And you're like, guy, are you supposed to be here? Because, there's blood everywhere. And, I don't think you're supposed to be here if there's blood. I'm like,
Well, I
God
remember
damn it, Bill.
I walked in that room, and it was like I could tell. I was like, so the game wants me to climb into this bloody ductwork, and my guy is just dumb enough to do it. And I climbed up into it, and then I seen that dude run, and I was like, wait, pretty sure that guy wasn't in here when I climbed into the bloody ductwork. And then right after that, I opened the library door, and that fucking
Yep.
dead dude without the head falls down. I was like, oh shit! And then I'm like, sir, your head! You're missing a head! And I was making a joke about it, and then I walked around the corner, and there were all those heads on the shelves, and I was like...
And you were like,
huh.
oh, they're recycling heads. And I'm like, yeah, because it's an indie game, Bill. They only have so many fucking, you know. But at the same time, you weren't playing the stream then. I was watching the replay of it.
But then I also said at that point when I noticed what they were doing, I was like, okay, look, you've got your story. You wanted to know if there was fucked up shit happening here.
And there's...
Well, you've got dead bodies. You've got dead bodies, heads on shelves, a dude impaled. There's fucked up shit here. Now you go home, sir. Now you go home. And he was like, I need to press on and get more story. And I was like, sir, you're a dumb motherfucker. You deserve what's coming your way.
And then you started walking through that bookshelf after you're like, goddamn batteries, they keep dying on me, and I'm sitting there screaming at my phone, watching a replay on YouTube like, turn off the night vision if you don't need it, asshole! And you're like, I can't see fucking shit without this camera. And I'm like, turn up the camera, asshole!
No, I'm not gonna do it. The game, like right at the start, it said to turn the gamma down to get the most from the game. I turned the gamma down, and it is darker than a motherfucker in that insane asylum. Let me tell you, I can't see shit. Walking
It's
around,
darker
I'm like,
than midnight in a cornfield.
yeah, I'm like, this is a really
dark
dark
place.
hallway. And then Greg was on the first stream that day, and he was like, shut that door. And I was like, okay. So I take it, and I shut the door. And he shuts the door hardcore. He's like, BAM! And he just slams it. And I was like, dude, we're trying to be quiet here. And then that fat dude grabbed me and threw me through the window, and I was like, oh, I'm dead as shit.
Oh shit, Bill, best watch out. Greg's getting all pissy with you.
Why?
Because he's telling you if you don't cast one motherfucking summon.
Oh, okay. I apologize.
Hey,
Here,
no. Bill, what you're supposed to do is use Meteor Rain. Because then you're summoning tiny meteors. Oh, hey, that's a summon. We summoned the Frankenstein's monster. And now he's dunking people.
Yeah, dude. So far I've done 2 of that Outlast stream, and they're pretty good, man. That game is some kind of fucked up.
Yeah, and you got lucky because you had me
No,
with
it's
you
on
for
the
the
PS4,
second
Eric.
stream. So because you had me there for the second stream, you're like, where the fuck do I go? And I'm like, go into the vent. What fucking vent? And I'm like, go into the morgue, and there's a hole up in the thing, and you're running around, you're like, I don't see no hole. And you start, like, clicking buttons, like, trying to open up the fuck. I'm like, no, Bill, upper left corner. And you were like, oh. Well, why do these motherfuckers need to kick my ass? I'm like, I already told you, run, slam doors, and push shit in front of doors. Well, I don't see nowhere to push shit. I'm like, die enough times, you'll figure it out. It's one of those memory games after a while.
Dude, that was like when I got stuck in the morgue and all those dudes were chasing me, and I was like, what the fuck? And they were all on my nuts, and I was like, what the shit am I supposed to do? And you were like, there's a hole in the wall. And you said there's like a hole in the morgue, and for some reason my mind was just like, remember when you wake up in the cell, and you go and you open up one of the other guy's cell, and there's the hole in the wall. So for some reason, I thought that the idea was to open up one of the boxes, right? So I go to open up one of the boxes, and I can't open up any box, and there's all these guys with knives, and they're cutting the shit up out of me, and I'm like, there is no fucking hole! And sure enough, right after it was at the exact same time that you said it, I seen a hole up in the right-hand corner, it was like the left-hand corner of the morgue, and I was like, fuck, there's a hole! I gotta get to that motherfucker! I just barely... It's like, these guys are all on my dick.
And then it gets worse, because, like, you failed to make the jump. Like, there's a legit open gap, and you didn't make it. And then it auto-saved you, and you were like, where the fuck am I going? And I was like, you're going the right way. But because the comments have a 10 to 15-second delay, like, literally, I'm saying this right now. If I were to pick up my phone and watch the stream and listen, it would be 10 to 15 seconds. So because of that delay... I was like, you're going the right way, and all of a sudden you turn around and you're like, well, fuck, there's the hole. And I'm like, yeah, God damn it, this stupid fucking...
Well, the really shitty thing is, it's like, anytime Bill's, like, streaming, he's like, sends me an invite. but I'm always, in a dungeon.
Oh
Killing
man,
things.
those
I'm like,
those
God fucking damn
Outlasts. Look, the other
I
ones
can
aren't
go
really
back
that
and
good.
rewatch them.
The other ones aren't really that good. They're just me messing around on like the Samurai Warriors, and hopefully if I get some people in that ask some good comments, I'll talk with them or whatever while I'm doing it. Like my first two
Or the couple times where you and I played One Piece.
my first two Pirate Warriors are pretty good, and then after that, I don't think they're that good really, because they're just me playing a game, and they like if I've got nothing to talk about or whatever, then that kind of sucks. But for what it's worth, those Outlast ones are good. Even my dad called me for which usually my dad doesn't watch any of our stuff, but I guess it caught his attention when it showed up on Facebook, because he called while I was at work, and usually he doesn't call, so I just picked up the phone. I was like, "Hello," and he's like, "So look, if I do go crazy, don't send me to that insane asylum."
God damn it, Dad.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That
dude,
is
it
like
was
50 shades
wild.
of awesome.
Dude, that game is pretty sweet, man. I'm telling you, I had a good time with it so far. Outlast is a lot better than I expected. And during that flash sale, I got quite a bit of stuff, actually. I got some racing game that was
Actually,
okay.
I need to still come over and play that, because isn't that the one where it's literally like Hydro Thunder, except everyone's literally just like strapped balls first onto a missile with like a little steering wheel attached to it?
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what's going on. Yeah, you're just pretty much strapped to a missile dick first.
Wow.
Dick first. Ouch.
Also, this
It's
person
not the best
that
experience.
just said something, Bill, they have the best name ever.
Oh.
Almost a Jill sandwich.
Dude!
You person,
yes!
I salute thee.
That
You are
is
the best in my
awesome.
book. Greg, get the fuck out of here. You're not here anymore. You're not allowed. We're hiring this person.
Dude, that is easily one of the coolest names ever, man. No, it's been pretty good. I also got the You Don't Know Jack for like $4 or some shit like that.
We
during the
all
flash
need to
sale.
sit
that
down
thing.
and play that, so that way I can screw Seth over.
I wouldn't mind doing one of those one of these live casts actually playing You Don't Know Jack. That would be pretty cool.
Well, see, I wouldn't mind it, but the problem is after I got done at the store, I went to check out, and my card wouldn't work, and it kept saying that I had no money, and I was like, what the fuck? So I went and pulled cash out of my savings account to pay for, my groceries and shit, and I stopped off at the ATM and checked, and it said that my checking account had $38. Now, the last time I checked my checking account was like, the last time we filmed or something like that, and I had $1,200 in there. So I'm a little concerned about that, so I said, fuck this, and deleted my card off PlayStation just to be on the safe side.
Right.
But at the same time, it's one of those where I have no idea if, because again, there was that party that my roommate threw, so I don't know if some asshole, stole a check out of my checkbook and they have my account info, or if I fucking bought something and don't remember it, which I wouldn't remember buying, you know what I mean? There's no way I wouldn't remember going out of my way to fucking buy something.
But there's also the
you know,
chance that you re-upped for something without ever realizing you re-upped for something.
Well, that's true. Well, yeah.
Maybe the loot
I don't
box
know.
stuff.
It's one of those things. No. Well, actually, you might be right. It might be Loot Crate, but at the same time, the Loot Crate I got's only the $100 deal for the full year. So even then, like I said, it wouldn't take all $1,200 of it. So
Oh, shit.
the only other thing I can think of would
Hookers and
be,
blow.
I can't get blow.
Yeah, but alright, well then it was hookers and faux. Fake blow.
Oh, okay. So I got me up some powdered sugar.
I was about to say powdered sugar and some soap.
Okay.
Ooh, new item. Fuck yeah.
That's got the really shitty stuff.
Yeah, I got that really weak shit. Kind of like that time that I was, gonna get cussed out for some pot that I'm smoking that doesn't get me high. And Jeremy was like, fucking oregano.
He did say that, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good
I was
shit.
like, God damn it. That's
man,
why we keep you on staff.
I'm in terms of this channel though, I am starting to do all the comic book commentaries, and like right now I think I've covered like 4 or 5 of the rebirths. They'll be going up soon, and I'm getting pretty serious about doing a lot of them. I covered the Bruce Lee comic. They got me on the name alone. I knew they were going to do that.
Yeah.
It's... man, I don't... It's not that it's necessarily bad, but... How do I put this?
Is it loosely
could've
based
done
off
more
of his
with
life?
Remember,
Hey,
the Jackie Chan adventures or whatever?
grab anything
Oh
useful.
yeah.
You mo guai guai fi di shao. Yeah.
Check it
It's a lot like that. It's
See
like
if
the
there's
Jackie
anything
Chan adventures with
out.
Bruce
Think
Lee.
anything good.
So they turned him into a
Grab that.
joke.
No,
Get that.
see, that's exactly, this is where it gets
Get that
difficult to explain, and I even had
Take
trouble,
that.
like, it's the longest, usually my comic book commentaries,
Grab
just
anything
so
useful.
that, because all I'm trying to do is review the book and give you an idea if you want to read it. So I just go over a quick synopsis and I answer 3 questions, real quick. I say, what was the best part, what was the worst part, and do I recommend that you buy this with your own money? And then, when I get there, my biggest problem is that usually these episodes are only 10, 12 minutes. This one turned out to be 20-something minutes because it's real hard to explain where they're screwing up. Because for everything the new Bruce Lee comic does right,
They
It
do
does
something
something-
wrong.
yeah, it does something equally
Yeah.
strange that just doesn't seem right. Like
So-
there's these kids that he's with, and the kids are very much like hardcore comic relief, and then there's this PI guy that he's hanging out with, and that dude, his name is like Joe Tomei, and when I heard that name, it kind of messed with me for a second, so I even tried to look the dude up to see if maybe he was somebody, because that name sounded so damn familiar. But
Yeah, it
as far
kinda
as I
does
could
to me,
tell,
too.
he was not a real person. But he'll go from being like real serious, like a guy that's kind of like a 70s, kind of just like you do that grew up in the 70s, and then out of nowhere he'll just be like a goofy guy. Like, you know who he reminds me of? He reminds me an awful lot of Saz from Final Fantasy 13.
Oh.
He reminds me
Yeah.
a lot of that dude, where he could be real serious, but a good portion of the time he's just kind of joking.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of, a lot. And, man, it's weird. It's like Bruce Lee never died. He was kidnapped by, like, this organization, and they put him in a fucking fish tank with green liquid. It's the best way I can explain it. It's a fucking fish tank. So he lived in a fish tank for like 30-something years, and then they break the fish tank, and he comes out of the fish tank, and he's like, aha, and he's got no memories. So he doesn't even know who he is. Like, the only reason he knows who he is because that Joe guy told him, oh, you're Bruce Lee. And then he was like, oh, shit, so what does that mean? And he's like, well, look at all this stuff. And he's like, so I was a celebrity? And he's like, yeah, kind of. And they just try to explain it to him, and then they make weird jokes while you're reading it, like somebody hands him a phone, and he's like, I don't believe this phone will work. And they give him this weird look, like, why? Is there no, they say, like, is there no signal? And he goes, you don't have a cord. So they make these little out-of-time jokes. Because he asks them for a phone book, and they're like, what the shit? He says, do you have a white pages? And they're like, what the fuck is that? Like, what is a white pages? And then this one kid says, I think that's those books that we used to sit on at breakfast so that we could reach the table.
Oh, wow.
And they're like, oh, yeah, those are still sitting around somewhere. So it's really weird. And yeah, what you just said, yeah, they keep him in a fish tank. That's the only way. It's weird. He's in like a fish tank thing. So yes, Bruce Fish.
No, it's
God.
Fish Lee.
It's really bizarre. And like for everything they do right, they then couple it with like a Saturday morning cartoon type of reaction. And something about that really throws me off, so I don't know. It was one of the only comic book commentaries I've done out of like the 6 that are ready to go up where I was like, I'm going to say probably don't buy this. Like, I'm like, look, give me another issue or 2, but so far I'm not sure you should be wasting your money on this.
Because it's Bruce Lee meets the Scooby Gang.
I guess, yeah. It's just it's really bizarre, man. It's a really weird read. And then I read the second one, and I thought, well, maybe this is one of those things that gets better. And then the second one has like a really super in the shadows cliche villain, and I was like, oh, damn it. I was like, now you're gonna play this one too? Like, she's covered completely in shadows, and she's like, I do not tolerate failure and crap like that. And I'm like, oh, fuck. We got one of these going on.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
Yeah, I actually made that reference. I said it's kind of. I said Joe Tomei kind of reminds me of the man that says, "You come straight out of a comic book."
Oh God.
At first, I thought it was supposed to be that guy, but then I looked it up and I was like, "No, he's not Joe Tomei." So yeah,
for fuck's sakes.
it was bizarre, man. It's a really weird read, and I bought the first 2 issues, and the first one is okay, and then the second one kind of goes Saturday morning cartoon, and I haven't bothered to try a third. I don't even know if the third one is out. If it's out, I'm gonna try the 3rd issue. If the 3rd issue does not get better, then there's no way I'm continuing this series. And I had such high hopes because it was even produced and co-written with Shannon Lee.
Really?
Yeah, so you would imagine that she would want to not make a Saturday morning cartoon out of her father, especially with all the stuff that she's done to keep his name in the limelight, because she did the Bruce Lee documentary, she did that Bruce Lee series, which was that really big, long series that took place. I've actually got it. It's a long series, but it's a good series.
Is that the one that I have?
Oh, it's called like Bruce Lee Legend.
Okay, then no, I don't think I have that one. I know I've seen it, but yeah, I don't think I have that one.
But yeah, like it's really good, and she started the Bruce Lee Foundation, and she's also I think she's partially influenced the design for the Bruce Lee Museum. So she does all this good stuff, and then she produces a Saturday morning cartoon comic book of her father. I don't understand what happened.
Yeah, that makes no sense to me. Something tells me that she just kind of licensed it and then wasn't really paying too close attention, because she runs the Bruce Lee Facebook page. She runs the Brandon Lee Facebook page. She's in charge of keeping the Bruce Lee website up and running, including the shop for all the Bruce Lee merch. Like you said, she's been doing the documentary. She's been going to China for the Bruce Lee Museum. She's also been going up to Seattle for the American version of the Bruce Lee Museum that either is still in the process of being built or is about to be completed shortly. Because I can't remember when that one documentary was done, but they were talking about it.
I haven't checked on it. I haven't checked on its progress, but it's one of the few things that I will buy a plane ticket. And it's not to say that I'm afraid to fly, but if I can drive there, there's something about driving that, like, I don't mind a big long road trip with some friends, but, like, if they open that Bruce Lee museum, I'll be taking a plane to Seattle.
Yeah, I don't blame you, because it's funny. My mom actually got a hold of me the other day, and, you know, she was sitting around bullshitting the way my mom usually does, and you guys know better than most of the fans do, but she was like, hey, we haven't taken our trip, and I was like, what fucking trip? And she goes, well, you know how on your brother and sister's golden birthday, me and your stepdad took them out to Las Vegas for everything? And I'm like, yeah, I ain't going on no fucking trip. And she's like, well, why not? And I'm like, Vegas does not seem appealing to me. Yes, let me go out to the middle of the fucking desert to get drunk and blow all my money that I don't fucking have for no good particular reason. Yes, let me take a trip out there.
No. See, you're missing one of the biggest, coolest things that you can go do in Vegas.
Go to the bunny ranch, which I already said that I wouldn't mind going, but
no,
she was
not
like,
that.
yeah, we ain't doing that.
No,
what could be more important than fucking legal hookers?
Going to see Penn and Teller.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. Well, yes and no.
No, fuck you, Penn and Teller. Fuck you.
No, I know what you mean, but it comes down to a matter of Penn Jillette has kind of gone off the rails a little bit as of late. Like, I used to be a big fan of his, and I'd, like, keep up with some of the shit that he was into, but lately he's kind of fallen into, like, okay, you know how they were, what was it? It was Charlie Sheen got fucking HIV or some shit, and he went out of his way to go see some, like, witch doctor out in, like, the middle of the Amazon, and the
his
witch
demon
doctor
blood,
said,
whatever.
Yeah, no, not the demon tiger blood shit. That was his cocaine bender. After
you're
his
way
cocaine
behind
bender,
now.
yeah, after his cocaine bender, he come to find out that he had fucking HIV and shit. So he went to the doctor, and the doctor was prescribing him, like, legit medicine. Well, he wanted extra treatment. Well, he went to go see some fucking doctor in, like, the middle of nowhere, and the doctor literally said, here, this is shaved goat horn, eat this, and drink goat's milk. You will never need your medicine again. He stopped taking his medicine, and his case got fucking worse, because he stopped taking the medicine.
Well, that's Charlie Sheen for you.
No, that's people in general. Everybody wants some sort of quick fix that, you know, they don't have to rely on modern medicine. But the problem is sadly, even though modern medicine is pretty much flawed beyond belief, it's still one of the best ways to cure any and all diseases you have. Even though it's outrageously expensive and not worth your trip to the hospital sometimes.
I don't think I care about
you know.
medical. I don't think I care about medical. What else is there to talk about?
No, I don't blame you. It's just some bullshit.
Well,
like I said, I've been drinking.
What'd you just say, Shane?
I'm downloading Star Trek Online right now.
Really?
See?
Yeah, you said you wanted to know what it was like, so I'm going to download it.
Let's see.
Wait, you downloading it on your laptop?
My laptop can run it.
No?
Yeah,
There you go.
it's kind of true. I was about to say him and Bill have the best computers out of all of us. Other than mine, because mine has half a terabit of porn on it. But anyway.
If I really wanted to, I could download it for the computer, but it doesn't interest me because my idea is, especially if these live casts get going, it would be really cool to, like,
just to have us all sitting in a 10 forward somewhere.
Right, that would be really cool for, like, a setting to sit in the 10 forward and talk. I'd be really into that idea.
Well, this
Mr.
is
Scott, Warp 3. Aye,
well,
Captain.
Well, I'm only
No,
downloading...
Mr. Scott doesn't do that. Mr. Scott works on the goddamn engines.
Well,
I meant R,
downloading
Mr.
it
Scott.
No, that'd be
I'm
Mr.
only-
Jackson.
Oh,
It would
yeah,
be-
you're right. My bad.
Well, it
Or
would be cool
Scotty.
to play it on the PS4, but I'm only downloading it on the laptop to try it out.
I'll see.
I can delete it at any point in time.
yeah,
true.
yeah, that is
What
kind of
if you
true.
can't? What if once you put it on there, it's on forever?
Then
What if
it's
it?
on
What if
the-
it? What if it acts like one of those fucking worm viruses, where if you delete it and it just puts itself right back on there?
And it
Then
says
I'll get
resistance is futile.
And
Yeah.
then I'll play stuff on my fucking desktop and be done.
What
with
if it infects your desktop?
Well, we won't be on my desktop.
No, what
Nope.
if it infects it? What if somehow by having your laptop on the same network, it just buries itself inside of the router and you don't know it until you put everything together with your desktop?
Well,
It's
then
very
I have
Borgy.
You
Then I
have no
have-
control.
well, then I have a game that never goes away, and there'll be nothing I can do about it. But it's gonna be a while.
Make your
it's
time.
It's downloading patches right now, and it's 12 gigs worth.
Dude, you guys
Oh,
saw
so
that,
it's
right?
already
I put that
patching
on
patches.
I put that on Facebook too. That all your base Star Trek.
You know what's sad is I saved it to my Facebook and I still haven't watched it. I keep
Dude.
forgetting I saved it.
So good. I think I put 2 of them up there. There was a modern day and an original series that I put up.
Nice.
It's a good thing I didn't do that.
And I also did Gundam Wing just because.
I don't blame
Hey,
you.
Bill, when's the last time you checked to see what your limit break sets were?
Right now I'm working on Yuffie's second one.
Your thoughts?
I'm just trying to get
That's
the
why I was
second one
saying-
of the second one, which I just got. So now I'm going to switch her to the third one.
Someone watching.
Okay, I was like, you should check
See,
that.
he's done. Her, she's ready to go to Gauntlet,
About time we had a break.
and he's ready to go to Hellman.
Just head home.
Yep. There we go.
Same without you.
And actually, he's ready to go now, because if I have that, this guy needs to come shoot people.
Hellmasker. Actually, all
So-
you need to do now is just go get Vincent's item for his level 4. Do you already got Omni Slash or no?
No, I just gotta go get it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
Good
about to
old
say,
Omni
is it
Slash.
sad that I got FF7 and then, like, beat it in a couple days, and I was like, yeah, it's a pretty good game. I'm done with this.
I
No,
think
is
my
it sad
thing
that
with
I got
it,
FF7 and I still haven't booted it up once?
I've played the game so many times that honestly, like I got as far as I went and did the Wutai stuff, and I haven't played it in a long time. Like it just sits on the hard drive. And
I have
that's
a
not
question.
saying anything bad about it. It's so many years of playing it over and over and over again that it no longer holds any surprises for me. So it's tough with all the new stuff coming out that I can be surprised, you know. Like
Why,
now, when
Bill?
I got this on my Vita, when I got it on my Vita, that was fine because since I could take it with me, I beat the game like 3 times on the Vita.
I have a
And what did
question for you. I have a
Why
question
what?
for you, Bill. Why? Why is
Why
Barrett
what?
your lower? Why do you hate Barrett so much?
Nothing against Barrett.
Because
the
there ain't no
lowest
getting
level.
off of this train we on, Sean.
Yeah. There ain't no getting off of this train.
That's
Is
not
it
a good
because
enough
the
reason
train
for it.
has a rail gun?
Dude, the train has a rail gun. It is the best train.
the best?
Other than the train that gets suplexed?
It's true. Suplex Train's best train.
Good old Phantom train.
I need to play through 6 again.
Just gotta put random materials on this man.
Yeah, I kept doing that and it kept pissing me off.
So with you know, since we're just randomly talking about stuff, what about since next week's E3, is there anything anybody's excited to see?
Oh boy.
Yes.
What?
I kind of gave up caring about E3 like
wanna-
last year.
I want to see some more on Watch Dogs 2. I want to
Okay.
see more on Injustice 2. I want
Okay.
to see more on my Persona 5.
Okay.
Because I can go and pre-order the collector's edition of that now.
It's
Okay,
red
I
this
got-
time.
Huh?
It's
Yeah,
red.
Bill.
Oh, I know. I actually looked at it. It comes with a lot of cool shit.
A
I
lot
was
of
like,
stuff.
No, I
$90
mean,
bucks? Yeah, I could do that.
It's
No,
it's
Bill
the-
had to. Bill had to explain
I don't
this
think
to me.
I don't think a lot of people know that. Persona 5 is red.
Persona 4 was yellow.
Every Persona
Oh,
has a
and then
color theme, and the
Persona
entire
3 was
character,
blue.
the entire no, it's purple.
Was it? Oh,
Yep.
my bad. Whatever.
Yeah, every Persona follows a color scheme. And then the color that they choose, they then build the universe around that primary. So like Persona 4 is yellow. There's a lot of
Oh,
yellow
God.
everywhere.
Bill,
And
I am so
Persona-
sorry for you.
What?
Because whenever they do Persona 6, it might be green.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah, that's gonna be a little shitty for you.
Because for those of us, or for those of you who are joining us who have no fucking idea what we're talking about, Bill is colorblind. He can't
Listen
see
to
the color
this
green.
guy. Listen to this guru here. He says
really
to fuck that Ubisoft.
Damn, guy.
I don't
That's
know, I
some harsh
might. I
words.
mean, like I said, Watch Dogs is kind of my shit, but then again, I've always been a big fan of sandbox games.
No, you want to say fuck on a game company? The people that are coming out with the Deformers game, they can fuck off. Also Activision.
D4.
No,
Especially, yeah, it's a new game that's coming
it's
out, but
odd.
I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. It looks kind of neat. And then I found out who the developer was, and I was like, oh, fuck that.
Why?
Does anyone happen to... Oh, Shane remembers this game really well, as do I. Does anyone happen to remember a little game that everyone was stoked about, so hardcore, called Order 1886?
Oh, it was the best.
Oh boy.
It's the best.
That's
It's not
the
even
developer for this
It's
game.
not a game. It's a freaking.
It's cutscene. It's cutscenes and walking and quick time event. It's more walking.
It's a more.
I'm not gonna reuse that joke again.
That is
Wait,
easily
wait,
one of the
wait.
best CGI
Wait.
movies ever made.
So the game is more walking. Is that what you're telling me?
No. I already cracked that joke.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Hardcore already cracked that joke.
Yeah,
And
that
I
game
was
does.
sick and hungover.
Now hold on a second. Please explain this one to me. He says Ubisoft locks visual effects. Who does that? Now what does he mean by that? You mean like computer-wise you can't turn the stats up and down? What do you mean by that?
It might be
Because I
referencing
know in
what
computer
that's
games you
actually
could turn.
it.
Because on computer games you could like turn off shadows and different. You could
Well,
tweak
that-
games to make them work better, or
You can
or
also
look better
turn
on your
up and down the
systems and
video
shit.
quality.
Right? Is that what he's talking about?
I think he might be talking
quite
about
possibly
Assassin's
could
Creed
be.
Unity.
What about it? Why?
When it-
Explain.
When it first came out, and it was like had so many
It
little
was
visual.
It
things.
was completely broken
Yeah.
to the point where I told you about this, Bill. When
Yeah, but that does no. His question. You're not on the feed. Ubisoft locks visual effects. Who does that?
I'm actually on the feed right now, and I see that.
That's why I'm curious what that comment means.
I don't know what that actually means, but
Damn it, died again.
with
Because I know the game was buggy, but that
Oh.
has nothing to do with locking anything.
Buggy was a that's a kind word. I would go
I thought
completely
Buggy was
broke.
a clown.
He is actually. He ate the chop fruit.
You know what I mean. But to get back on to what I was what I'm looking forward to seeing at E3 is obviously Persona 5. Hopefully some more details on Final Fantasy VII Remake. Maybe see what's going on with that.
Oh, okay. He says in the first Watch Dogs they locked the upres.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it was, yeah. That's weird. Why would they do that? Like they could make an excuse and claim quality, but since the rest of their games don't come out quality, I would be inclined to not believe their dog shit excuse.
Yeah, but look at how many games actually come out finished.
Oh, please
There's a
enlighten
couple.
me, because the last what 5 or 6 I've heard from Ubisoft have not been finished.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I mean, exactly.
Oh,
It's gotten so bad that that Ubisoft is literally taking a year off of making another Assassin's Creed game
Which is good.
which they need to do. Because of what happened to Unity and how broken it was, and they actually had to release a 17 gigabyte patch just to fix not all the bugs, but just most of the bugs.
Actually, it's not just that though that they're taking time off. It's the Mega Man syndrome. It doesn't matter if the game is the greatest game ever. Like, Mega Man is a solid, powerful game. But when you release Part 1 and it's fantastic, and Part 2 is fantastic, and Part 3 is fantastic, and 4 and 5 and 6, well, by the time you got to Part 4, people just... It was losing them. They were like, it's pretty good. It's the exact same game. And then they're like, 5 is pretty good. It's the exact same game.
Well,
So it's not pretty good, and it's not kind of good. It's still just as great as all the others, but it's wearing on you. And that's just like, have you seen the numbers for the new Call of Duty?
The Infinite Warfare?
They just don't care anymore, man.
Yeah.
They
Well, no,
just don't
here's
care.
the funny thing with that, right? So everybody has been bitching up a storm about how terrible Call of Duty and all these first-person shooters are now because they're trying to be more like Halo. So
That's because these people aren't playing Doom.
Oh, no. No. See, no, a lot of people switch over to all these other games now, and DICE is like, okay, so you guys are sick of the futuristic shit. We understand that. We got you. Here's World War I with a twist. That actually has me excited. I am going to buy Battlefield 1. I'm going to play some Battlefield 1.
Yeah, I find it weird.
I do not like first-person shooters that much. Now, on the flip side, fucking Activision's like, oh, you don't like that Halo shit? Nah, you don't know what you're talking about. Of course you love that Halo shit. Here, have some more Halo shit. Oh, you ain't gonna buy our game? Oh, well, that sucks, because if you buy this $80 version of our game, you get the HD remastery of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1.
A lot of people are
And
pissed
that's
about
the
that.
only way to get it.
I know.
Now, I'm going to tell you
a lot
one
of
thing.
people are mad about that.
3 to 4 months later, they're going to be like, hey, you remember when we said that this was the only way you're ever going to be able to get this game? Yeah, we changed our minds. Here it is on the marketplace for $20.
Yeah, but that's like anything. That's just like it.
Do you know how many
Mortal
people are going to
Kombat,
be so pissed off about that? gonna
nobody
be
should be
beautiful.
pissed. Nobody should be pissed off about that because by now people should know how the industry works. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
the industry is always about this. That's just like when they say, "Oh, well, this is exclusive." And this DLC is only going to come out for the PlayStation. That's a load of dog shit. Give it a fucking month.
And it's a marketing ploy. Obviously, people want to play
Yeah.
that game. They are going to buy, the next Call of Duty, and it's going to be around Christmas time. It's going to sell because people are going to want to play, a revamped version of Modern Warfare. So it's a marketing ploy. Is it a smart one? In my case, I would say, yeah, it is a smart play. If you want to sell games, people want to play that
It's
game.
a smart play, but
It is and it isn't. Yeah, I was about to say it is and it
because
isn't.
all it
It's-
is it's going to help reinforce the fact that we're letting companies get away with shit like that, and that's all it's doing.
I just find this
I've-
funny that the one Call of Duty game that I look forward to, everyone hates on.
Really? So this one you want to play? Is
Yeah.
there a reason in general?
I mean, you could say it's this whole going into space part, but it's like, yeah, I saw the trailer. It's like, I'm interested, and it's like, oh yeah, everyone bashes it.
Well, to be fair,
It's
I
because
actually
of how bad Advanced Warfare was.
well, and to be
No,
fair,
I
and
think
Black
it's.
Ops
I think
3.
it's against type. It's one of those things where, for so many years, Call of Duty has been the game to showcase this sounds a little ridiculous, but they showcase realism. They try to be like, hey, this is where technology is actually taking us, or this is, these are real guns, these are real tanks, this is real situations, these are real battle tactics, and it was praised for that concept. And now all of a sudden they're like, hey, Star Wars made a lot of money, and I think the Call of Duty common crowd is kind of pissed about that because it feels kind of like a sellout or a gimmick sale. And I don't play them at all, so don't misunderstand. I can't say good or bad things about the game because I can't form a direct opinion. But if I had to guess why there's so much backlash, I'd say it's because Call of Duty has no business in space. I mean, it's not a Star Wars game.
No,
Well,
it most certainly isn't.
Well, this is just introducing it into space, though, so that's...
But that's exactly my point, is if you have a game that built the entire foundation on realism and modern warfare tactics, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, by the way, Halo space battles. That does seem that you're a common person, like you want to play it. And you know what? I hope that for your sake, honestly, Scott, I hope it's a damn good game. I hope it is. I don't wish anything bad on your gaming experience, but I think the common person, just like how you really get into something, well, this is, I hate to do this one, but basically they put a silver stripe on the Green Ranger's helmet. That's basically what they did here.
So they Disney'd it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it just doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. It doesn't seem right. But that doesn't mean people can't enjoy it either. I mean, it doesn't discredit the game, but fans are a fickle breed. We are angry people, okay? Fans are livid fucking people. It's just like this whole Captain America thing that's taking place right now. Let me explain something to you. I've been reading comics since I was 7. He is not a Hydra agent. He's not. I promise you that this is part of an 8-part arc or some shit like that, and at the end, you're going to be like, oh shit, that's what was going on. He doesn't fucking work for the Red Skull.
Mind controlled or he's goddamn double agent shit.
He was never a fucking Hydra agent. He hasn't been infiltrating America all this time.
America.
It's just simply not happening. There's something else at hand here, but because fans are the way they are, fans are very hardcore.
I'm liking the memes from it.
About the way they are. Fans are just, we will jump your ass about dumb shit. That's fans. We will do that. And we will know that it's dumb shit when we jump your ass about dumb shit. We're not oblivious to the fact that we're like, man, fuck that. His costume is blue, not dark blue, you motherfucker. Like, we're like that. I mean, let's be honest. Let's go back here. This is one of the things that you've done a lot, Scott, and this really does bother you, and I get it. You're a fan. You develop a fandom, and you fucking safeguard it, but you are one of those guys that was like, he doesn't have that goddamn silver stripe. It bothers you when they change things, and this, I think, is one of those instances. This is not like Call of Duty to be in space. It just doesn't belong there. It was barely acceptable to have robot men.
Oh, that. They're supposed to
see
have
what
that
I'm
in the
getting
game,
at?
too.
You just did it. You just said, oh, that. And that's exactly what I mean. Fans are weird, fickle creatures, man. We do that shit.
Yep.
We're like, don't change nothing. Bring it out the exact same. And then when they do that, we're like, oh my god, you couldn't have tried to innovate a little bit? It's the same fucking thing we've been playing for 12 years. So
it
they
still is the
can't
same
win.
fucking thing we've been playing for 12 years, no matter how they change it.
But that's right, but
Yeah.
they can't win. That's just like Bravely Default came out and it was fucking great, but then I was the one this time that was like, it fucking bores the shit out of me. It's like I've been playing this game since I was 12. They couldn't have tried something new. So fans are just weird, man. There's certain things that we'll latch onto and we'll hate on, and it's just the way it is. And I think that's what you're going through right now, Scott, is that people despise this new Call of Duty because it's different, where you, not being a real hardcore fan of Call of Duty, like the fact that it's going to be different.
Oh, I hated the hardcore Call of Duty style.
See, right there. That almost proves my point.
And one reason for that. The little kids who sound gangsta and swearing and stuff like that in multiplayer online shit.
You know, the gaming guru makes a good point, is gonna be mad when Call of Duty has land to space battles and Star Wars, the new Star Wars, did not.
Oh, they still haven't.
But he just said it over there. He's right. I agree. I think Guru just fucking knocked it out of the park with that one. It's going to be real sad to see the new Modern Warfare do a better job at making a Star Wars game than Star Wars game did this year.
Technically, Disney Infinity did a
not
better
this year,
job.
but you get the idea. Because I didn't care. Like, look, they were like, hey, new Battlefront. And my mind went to third-person shooter Battlefront. That's what it's been. There's been Battlefront 1 and Battlefront 2, PlayStation 2, and then there was Battlefront 1, 2, Renegade, Rogue Squadron, all these
Republic
extra
Commander,
games.
or Commandos.
Republic Commander. Yeah, those are all
Yeah.
like PSP games and whatnot. And they're all third-person shooters. And then all of a sudden they were like, brand new game. They were like, here it comes, Battlefield. And I was like, fucking shit, Battlefield? And then I bought it. Well, I didn't buy it, but I got the demo. And I was like, how do you get the fuck out of this first-person shit?
You don't.
And then I realized,
because it's made by DICE.
I realized it's a straight-up motherfucking first-person
Shooter now.
You don't escape the first-person view. That's what it is now. And that's me. Look, I'm just saying, it's fan hypocrisy. That pissed me off. I was like, I'm done with this game. Doesn't even matter if it's good. I'm done with it because I'm an angry fucking scorned fanboy that didn't get his third-person shooter now.
Because he's the angry build nerd.
See,
Shut up, it had to happen.
when the game had come out, it was a little bit after that. Me and Shane actually, Shane rented it. I checked it out from first because we had a couple used copies.
Yeah.
And Shane fucking loved the ground combat. He would fucking rock the Caspa on that shit.
Yeah.
And I fucking just kept peeking my head around the corner, getting ready to shoot somebody, and suddenly L-44, Han Solo blasts her from all the way across the field, pop, dead. So I just started cussing up a storm, and I was like, well, I fucking suck at this shit. And then me and Shane start playing the fighter squadron stuff, and I started kicking ass. It's like I could easily get like countless kills and only get killed like 2 or 3 times, and Shane was having issues with it. So it's like there's certain parts of the new Battlefront game that I was like, all right, this is pretty cool, and then there were other parts where I was like, this fucking sucks.
Well, their guru
I
just
can
said that it
completely
did have
understand.
third person. I couldn't get it to go third person, so I felt cheated, like my experience was different.
I don't remember third person at all.
There was third person when you played Heroes vs. Villains.
Yeah, that one I remember, but I don't remember third person other than that.
But I don't have a problem with first-person shooters, to be honest with you.
Right,
They
but just talking fan anger here though, when you release 12 games and they're all third-person shooters,
And
and
then
then
you
you
switch it up.
advertise the newest one, and you know what? They even showed fucking previews where they showed third-person combat with the Darth Vader and shit like that, specifically to rope in people that remembered what it was like to play that game, only to fuck us into a first-person shooter.
Well, I
It's like putting a
understand.
fucking silver stripe on the Green Ranger's helmet, man.
Fucking Disney.
I knew that fucking groan was coming.
I do
Fucking Disney.
But Disney.
Oh shit,
Disney's a
Chocobo
bunch of
Lord.
assholes.
MIC, he rocks the mic properly. KEY turning profits because he's got the key. It's still
Are you sure
probably
it's
one of my
not
favorite rap battles.
FUCKEDAGAIN? He's fucked again.
Hey, I taught you that song. You shut your whore mouth.
Yeah, I know. It's the best song you ever taught me, other than Milk Milk Lemonade.
Wow.
I'm sober for this shit.
And I'm too drunk for this.
It's good
fuck.
times. So, Bill, are you trying to get Eris's limit breaks up?
Even though
Because
she's
if you
gonna
are,
die.
you're doing it wrong.
Technically, I'm working on Barrett, but why do you ask? She has to actually be able to heal in order for me to do anything
No.
with her, if I'm not mistaken.
No,
No, you gotta-
she
you
has
gotta-
to kill things.
Yeah, you have to kill a certain amount of enemies.
Yeah.
I see.
That's
See,
why
I didn't
said
remember that
if-
about her, to be fair.
To get
It's
her
like
next,
that's why it's like if you're trying to level her limit breaks up, you're doing it
Don't-
wrong. You need
don't-
to
Yeah, I was
do
about
something.
to say, almost
Basically,
everybody's
I'm
limit break, you
concentrating
gotta
on
kill
Barrett
so many
more than
people.
anything.
well, for
Basically
Eris,
concentrating on Barrett.
because she has to for her next one, she has to kill I think 100 enemies,
Drop it, God.
and then
Okay.
when you get
Yeah,
her
but
level,
this is a podcast, so
Yeah, it don't
We're
matter.
just trying to help out, guy.
It don't
That's all
matter.
we're doing.
None of this matters.
Just trying to be helpful, Bill. Don't need to be hating.
nobody
could,
wants
but-
your help.
fine, then you ain't gonna fucking get it. Do it yourself.
Sweet.
I'll watch
What are
it,
you
and I'll
doing in
watch
our
as you,
stream? Get out of here!
and I'll watch as you fail.
Ah, that's skedaddle.
Why, is death approaching? Did I miss it?
Well, considering the fact that I'm playing as death, yes.
I am completely
Oh.
okay with the Final Fantasy VII Remake being in 3 different parts because they're supposed to be full-length games each.
I believe that I don't have a problem with Final Fantasy VII Remake being in 3 different parts because of how massive the game is actually going to be with the updating of the graphics, and everything will be voice acted.
That's
and-
my issue. You just said it. That's exactly why it has to be in episodes.
so
Because if you took this game just regular and just voice acted it all by itself,
It'd be
would
fucking
take-
massive.
hours to get through Midgar. Like
No.
it would take hours.
now this
Well, it already
now, I-
takes me hours to get through Midgar because I suck at life.
No, because you level grind to 99 in Midgar.
No, I haven't done that in ages.
but
So
Um,
it's kind of important that it be in parts. And also we're told we're going to see a lot more of Midgar.
yeah, not just like the 3 sectors you got to see in the original.
There are a lot
But-
of people mad about that. That they're going to have to spend even longer in Midgar. A lot of people think that's the part of the game that slows the game down.
Depends on what they do. I mean, it depends on what they add to the remake to make it more enjoyable. I mean, to be honest, when I play Final Fantasy VII, I don't have a problem with Midgar.
You know what I hope they add in?
But what's that?
I hope they let me go see the Loveless play.
That would
Well,
be
that
neat.
is-
They've talked about it enough, haven't they?
Yeah, they have.
Well, I mean, in 7 original, no, but with Crisis Core, which I'm assuming they're probably gonna, tweak stuff here and there to, help bring it into the continuity.
I think they
completely.
will. I think you'll hear about Genesis
I would
and shit like that.
I
if
would love
nothing else.
to actually see, the ability to go in and at least see like clips of something that they put together for the Loveless play. It's like,
You know what would be
here's
neat?
Act of the Night.
You know what would be neat? There is one spot in the game where you do watch a play. The Gold Saucer.
That's in the
when
Gold
you go on the
Saucer.
date. So wouldn't it be cool if the play was replaced with an act from Loveless?
Yeah, I wouldn't. That'd be pretty sweet. I mean,
It'd be
I don't
an
know. I
easy
might
way
be a
to
little
incorporate
pissed
it.
off because I saved the dragon.
What?
When you're doing the Midgar play, like you run around with whoever the fuck you're
it's
with.
not the Midgar play,
Yeah.
it's the Gold Saucer
Or not
play.
the Midgar play, excuse me, the Gold Saucer play. You have
Yeah,
the
but-
option that it was like, gonna save the dragon, fuck the wizard.
It's like save the king,
Yeah.
save the save Tifa or Barrett or Yuffie or Aerith or whoever you have.
whoever you're dating, yeah.
Yeah, but that's one part of the lineage you haven't got to see yet. On the PSP, there's a pre-game to 7, the Crisis Core game.
No, I
And
know.
he constantly mentions this play called Loveless. And we've never got to see anything. We've got to see billboards, and we've got to see that he carries around a book, but we've never got to see what it is he's so infatuated with. And it's not just him. All of Midgar seems to be really into this. It's like a play that took their universe by storm.
yeah.
And then the Genesis Fangirl Club was like all about analyzing the fuck out of it. 'Cause they
Yeah,
were trying
but
to
we
get
never
closer
get to see it.
Genesis. Actually,
But-
you know what would be really cool? If we could fight Genesis as a secret boss. Because we
I'd go with
quote
that, I
unquote
guess.
killed him.
If you, well, to be fair, I didn't know about this until I listened to a podcast, but if you beat Dirge to Cerberus on the hardest difficulty, there's a scene at the end of the game that shows Genesis. So whatever happens to him in Crisis Core, I mean, he is still around. It's just I beat Dirge to Cerberus, but I never beat it on the hardest difficulty.
I was unable to do it on the hardest difficulty because I was not manly enough. That game was cool as shit. I loved it because it was Final Fantasy meets Devil May Cry, and I thought that was beautiful.
Right.
But holy fuck, that game was hard. In the later
7 might be one of
stages.
the only iterations that can get away with something like that. Like, I don't know if you could see Final Fantasy 1 Devil May Cry version. You know what I mean? Like 7,
Yeah.
there's something about its universe that lends itself to that kind of atmosphere and gameplay that a lot of the others wouldn't have that effect, because a lot of the others are very medieval type of universes or like steampunk, and the atmosphere just doesn't seem right for a hack and slash.
Right. It would look weird to have Mugger running around fighting people.
No,
And,
we beat Mugger.
But I don't know. Like I said, I beat it on normal, so I never got to see that secret ending to the Dirge Cerberus. But I'm sure I could find it
Would
online.
you check it out on YouTube?
No, I was listening to a podcast. I listened to quite a few different podcasts at work. And
Don't blame me, I tried to do the same thing.
Yeah, I tried that a few times, and my district manager walked in once. He was
Sweet.
not happy.
So, I mean, but, no, if Genesis was like a secret boss, I mean, that would be interesting, but, because now, with the remake, we all know who Genesis is, so it would, because they are going to add stuff, and making the world large. I mean, it's going to be to be fair, I hate games that are broken up into episodic stuff. I can't stand it. But this time, I'm going to let it slide,
That's
My
if
only big
if it's
hope-
not a lie, if it's actually full games, if every game takes about let's say Final Fantasy VI length games, so every single
So,
game
20 hours?
Well, no,
Ish.
that
I mean, because there's
Final
going to be a shit
Fantasy
ton of side
VI
quests.
Final Fantasy VI usually runs me somewhere in the 34, 40 hour area. And I think I'd be okay if they were 3 games of that size, which equals out to about a 90-hour experience.
Okay. If they keep their promise and each part is, like you said, a full-size game, then I will have absolutely no issue with it.
Here's one problem for us, to just to debate, to throw this one around. If you beat Episode 1...
Right.
Now, you're probably going to, like, save the data, okay? Now, here's my issue. Is it going to ask you to, like, replay Episode 1? Like, are you going to have that opportunity? And if you take that opportunity, will your characters be way too overpowered and the next act is going to be boring? Or, here's my next question.
Are they going to level cap you?
Are they going to level cap you? Yes. And no matter how much you actually work,
do or don't do.
Like, no matter how much you actually do, no matter what you do in the game, when you go to Episode 2, let's say you loved Episode 1 so much that you broke your ass, your characters are all level 80, you've been doing the game, you've played it through like 3 fucking times, you're a bad son of a bitch, you have all this cool stuff, and the next episode comes out, and remember, originally, Final Fantasy IV, the after years of Final Fantasy IV was independent. Every single episode, you did on the Wii. Every single game was its own small game, so it didn't matter if you put like 40-something hours into your characters. You didn't get to keep that power when you went to the next episode. Even if those same guys that you just worked on for 40 hours came into that game, they were capped at a specific level, and you just had to do all that work again.
Well,
I don't remember them being capped.
I won't.
In the original Wii, yes, they were.
Oh, the original Wii version.
You weren't capped in the episode that you were in. But if you went from episode 1 to episode 3 in the not the PSP, but the Wii where it first came out, like when all the time you put into Cecil in his first act, when you get Cecil back, he's not at the level that you had him at, because everybody has their own levels. It's kind of like, remember if you screwed up and you saved over your file instead of all individual saves? Well, that's the way it came out on the actual systems, is they were all individual saves, so you didn't get to keep anything from your last game. You started over every episode. That's how it released on the Wii.
Well, I don't know. I guess we won't know any of that until closer to release time, but I'm hoping to see something on it at E3, or because I'm curious to see how far along they've come, and maybe we get some more information about because all we're doing now is just speculating. I mean, it's already been. I think it's been confirmed that it is going to be broken up into different parts. I think that's the only thing that's
it's going to be episodes.
I think that's the only thing that's been confirmed at the moment, and but everything else is just
and they've somewhat confirmed that it's an action-based battle system. They haven't exactly released how, but it's going to be action-based.
Yes,
and
I'm assuming it's probably going to be more like 15.
Yeah,
which I'm okay with.
Which makes sense, to be fair, because the guy who's behind Final Fantasy 15 is also working on the remake of 7.
Okay.
I mean,
wasn't it the Kingdom Hearts guy?
Hajime Tabata? Yeah.
Hajime Tabata.
Yeah, that guy.
What a wonderful name!
He's working on
Hajime Tabata.
He's working on
means
15.
He'll make your game.
So he's working on a lot.
I'm taking a piss. I will be right back.
But I will tell you this.
Christ, man.
I will tell you this,
Fuck's
Bill.
sakes, guy.
When I played the Final Fantasy 15 demo, I actually liked the battle system. So if the 7 remake actually does play like 15, I'm not going to have any issues whatsoever with it. I won't bitch about it. I'm not going to sit there and be like, well, it should be turn-based because the original was turn-based. But
I'm so mixed. I wanted it to stay the same, but at the same time, I finally tried that Final Fantasy 15, and if they go that route, I'm not crying. Look,
there you go.
Here's the thing. We all kind of got what we wanted. I'm going to say kind of because it's a kind of thing.
Because it's not a remastering, it's just a reboot.
I got a remastery of 7. It's right here. I'm streaming it right now. It's not perfect. It's far from perfect. It's not what I dreamed of, but I did get it. And then everybody else is going to get the remake they've been begging for. So if nothing else, at least it's not the Star Wars thing. At least they didn't come in and destroy the original game, because that's what he did. He altered the original film reel.
Yeah.
So you can never, ever, ever see Star Wars remastered unless a company, luckily Disney, puts an exuberant amount of fucking money to find a collector somewhere on the planet who still has an original 8 reel of that movie, untouched and in nearly perfect condition. Then they could remaster it to Blu-ray. No, it has not.
On DVD it was.
No.
Yeah, I have it.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
It's close. It's close, but it is not the original cut.
Well, I have the original version
it's
of the movie.
It's not the original cut.
I like
when I just watched it. There are some original scenes, but there's still CGI re-scripted into it. Like when the speeder is flying around, it's not a dust effect under the speeder.
Are you
You're talking about the 3 movies? I just watched them with Michelle. But we still have all the puppet scenes and all the music is correct. It's the closest to the original you can get without having a VHS. It's the closest
good luck with
you can
that.
get.
Oh,
but it's not a perfect. It's not a perfect.
But Guru put here that the effects in 15, that if it's raining outside, your thunder attacks do more damage. I did see the trailer where elemental effects do more damage depending on the weather outside. Was actually interesting.
Which makes sense.
Because the weather outside is frightful.
Yes.
But the lightning's so delightful.
I seen the trailer where they're fighting Behemoth.
You're not getting hit by it.
And they cast Blizzard on Behemoth, and you actually get to see the frost actually on Behemoth's body, it's just little things like that are interesting, you know. So
Shane, what really matters is the fact that when you summon Rama,
everything dies.
Explodes everything. Everything explodes. And the Behemoth gets cooked.
Yes, it got cooked. The summons in the game are what interests me.
Larger than life.
Oh my god, they are. You got this
old hermit sage man who's as tall as a goddamn skyscraper.
Do you worry about that? Do you worry about that? Yes, it's true. We already know it's going to be a quick game. It's going to be one of those action-oriented fighters, which I'm okay with. But here's a question. If they alter the summon system to be giant, larger-than-life, huge, ridiculous summons like what we saw with that Ruma, does that fit the line of Final Fantasy 77 summons that you know?
Well,
Seeming
Rama was a huge motherfucker. I'm okay with
it. Rama was just a dude on a giant mountain.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. Well, they'll probably end up keeping true to most of it. Something I want to see the most. I was just about to go into that. The one that I want to see the most is Bahamut Zero.
As of right now, okay, we're back on 7. My bad. For some reason, we were talking about giant summons. I was immediately going back to 15 because I've only seen 3 summons in 15.
I've only
You
seen
know.
the one.
Rama, Titan, and I seen Leviathan.
Yeah, technically I've only seen 2. I saw the Rama from when we were doing the original demo, and then I played the new demo, so I got to see little floofy dog.
Oh, Carbuncle?
Yeah.
Big Fox?
Yeah, Carbuncle, yeah. So technically 4 if you want to get technical. You're right. I mean, I seen all of them. I did get to see a Leviathan, and he looks like Leviathan. I mean, nothing. You can't really. He's always gonna look the same. I mean, you can alter him a little bit, but it's still Leviathan. Titan looked pretty sweet actually, but I don't know how many summons are actually gonna be in 15. Oh, and that's so I'm interested to see more before the game's release in a couple of months. I'm looking forward to the game coming out, because I get the awesome edition of the game.
Yeah, Shane gets the I spent way too much fucking money on this version.
Yeah, it's kind of true.
This game is good.
Let's hope it's good, because I got the Ultimate Collector's Edition, so I'm looking. If it's bad, then I'm going to beat my head up against a fucking wall.
I told you there's no way I can bring myself to do it, because they gave me Final Fantasy X-2, Final Fantasy XI, Final Fantasy XII, Final Fantasy 13, Final Fantasy 13, Final Fantasy 13.
I can't. That's actually my.
No! Get ready for it, because Final Fantasy 12 is coming out for the PS4.
I know. I'm looking forward to it.
Who's excited? Who's actually excited about it?
See, I am.
Actually, wait. No, it's gonna be the international version. So
There's
I might
not
give
that
it
much
one more
different.
shot.
When it comes to the international version, there's not very much different about it. But that's not why I'm excited.
What are you excited about?
I'm excited to be able to put Final Fantasy 12 on my shelf.
Don't you already have 12 on your shelf?
No, I don't have 12 on my shelf. He took it back.
I didn't take it back. I didn't take it back. I was borrowing it. You can have it back at any point.
He's been borrowing it for a very long time now.
A couple days.
You lost a bet.
No,
lose the bet with dignity.
Couple months.
No,
lose the bet again.
He even came and asked. He even came over and asked me for the strategy guide before he borrowed it for a couple of months. In which, of those couple of months, he did play it for a day.
It's still
a couple days. And Seth, I didn't lose the bet. I won the bet. I lost the.
Yeah, that's kind of true, but still.
No, Bill actually lost the bet, which is why Shane had to give Bill the Final Fantasy 12.
Yeah.
So when it comes down to it, yes, I'm looking forward to it coming out. In truth, here's the thing.
Now, Bill, let me ask you this real quick.
I am in a way, honestly, without joking, looking forward to it for one major purpose. One, the redesign of the graphics might add just enough eye candy for me to give this thing another once-over.
Okay. Will you be able to handle...
There's something about it, like, okay, there are some PlayStation games and PlayStation 2 games I can go back to because the graphics seem timeless. And then there are ones that, for some reason, I can't. And for some reason, Final Fantasy 12 is one of those games that just seems awkward to me. Like it was right at that transition of trying to be the PlayStation 3, but it was never going to be the PlayStation 3. You get what I'm talking about? Like, they were trying really hard, and it looks good, but something about it seems forced. It's not like where it looks really good, like Metal Gear Solid 3 looks really good. It, looks good for its time, but it doesn't look good. I think 10 looked better.
Actually,
I honestly think Final Fantasy X looks better than 12.
I actually will agree with you.
I wholeheartedly agree.
The graphics of 12 were a little. After you play 10 on the PS2, and then you jump to 12 on the PS2, you look at it as like something's off.
The art style drastically changed.
Maybe that's it. I'm thinking maybe the art style is what threw me off. Why I thought 10 looked better, even though 12 is the newer game. But I don't know, just
And I hate to base my thoughts on graphics, but sometimes a little bit of eye candy can keep you interested in the game just a little longer.
You know what I would really love them to do with 12?
What?
Give it a full overhaul, make it look really nice, and erase 2 characters. Because you know what? The story doesn't change.
they're not gonna do it.
You get rid of Penelo and Vaughn, get rid of those 2. Suddenly, the story's the same, just without 2 worthless characters.
You need them.
No,
I hate to.
I really don't.
I hate to say this, but I already seen the trailer of it, and Vaughn's in it.
Yeah, I
did
did too.
I just said it would be nice if they would.
They should make Bosch the main character, because at least if you would have erased those 2 and put him as the main character, it would have been a better game. Or hell, you know,
whatever the dude's brother is that you get to start off as. Yeah, that dude would have been awesome because that dude was cool, and he did weird vest shirt thing and whine about how he wants to be a sky pirate. And when his brother's dead, but he's gonna be a sky pirate now.
You know who was a cool sky pirate?
Yeah, trust me, I know.
Setzer?
Who? No, go ahead. Because I have no idea what you're about to say. I was just trying to be cool.
Remember the captain of the Sky Pirates in Tailspin?
Baloo.
Oh yeah!
Oh, no, not Baloo. What's his name?
I don't remember the name,
coyote
but yeah, I
type
remember
thing.
who you're talking to.
I'm
Oh
hoping
my
for you
God.
to remember his name, because I can't remember it.
No, but I don't think anybody here can remember it.
He was
Corsage?
Brain don't work, so yeah, I'm...
Was it like
I'm out.
Corsage or something like that?
Oh man, I know you're real close. That sounded very, very right.
You sure it wasn't
it's not.
Corsair?
No, it sounded like Corsage or something like that. Carnage?
I don't know.
Hold on.
You know how long it's been since I've seen
hither,
it?
Google.
It was like Don Carnage or something.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Was that right?
Yep.
Yeah, he was awesome. He should be in Final Fantasy 12.
Replace Vaughn with them, and that.
Then you could throw pineapples at him.
But to be honest with you guys, I'm actually kind of looking forward to playing it on the PS4. I want to see what they do. You know, I just want to see. You know, I just want to see what they do with the graphics and everything else. And you know, since I technically don't own a copy of Final Fantasy 12, I won a bet, so I need to get an upgraded version of the game to possibly, if I don't like it, to possibly never play again.
I've never played
That's
Final
what I
Fantasy
do.
12.
What's up?
I've never played Final Fantasy 12.
You've never played it?
Nope.
Oh, here's your
according to
chance.
certain people here, you're not missing much.
That's what I keep
not.
hearing.
I'm looking
I've
forward
never
to
played it, and I don't care.
For
I am-
as
oh,
ridiculous as it sounds, I'm interested just for the fact that it's coming back out. I'm hoping that maybe with just enough eye candy, I can give it more. I never made it out of the first town. So I never even gave it a chance. I've never given it a fair shot, ever. And I would like to say, at the very least, that I gave it a chance, and I know that I never have.
I got 20 hours into the game twice. And then I beat it once.
6 hours
And you know
the
what?
first time for me.
I
and,
can't remember anything past the first 20 hours. Because you want to know what a large chunk of those 20 hours were?
What?
Killing wolves.
Huh.
That's right, motherfuckers. Killing wolves.
Well, look, man. You gotta learn how to wear them hats.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. I had to learn how to wear a fucking hat.
I'm okay. With
Here's the truth of it.
No,
to be honest with you, I'm okay with running around killing things to get license points to wear stuff because I play 14 and I do a lot of monotonous shit in that.
Exactly. Holy shit.
And
With
if I
the
can play,
monotony.
if I can play 14 and do the same dungeon 4 or 5 times in a row just to farm stuff I need, I can kill a bunch of wolves to fucking put a hat on. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Well,
but at
it's
least with
also
14, you can
the
you're a little
universe-
bit more hands-on with it.
It's true,
Yeah, but
and
the universe they
Final
live
Fantasy
in.
12 is Final Fantasy 11 Light.
But the universe they live in, it was weird. It was like this weird government that kind of like dictated what you could do when you could do.
I'm not gonna say that the story of 12 is any good.
I'm not even talking about the story. It takes place in the Final Fantasy Tactics universe.
Yes, it does. Yes,
And
it does.
in the Final Fantasy
Even-
Tactics universe, the judges, you have to be allowed to use certain things. Like there's a weird system in place for that stuff.
The name of the world that they're in is Evilise. Just to let you know.
Right.
No shit.
Well, some people might not actually know that, Seth, so shut your fucking
Well, that's true, but I mean, he's talking like to us like we don't know shit. Because even
you
in
ever play-
Tactics Advanced, even though you hate the fuck out of that game, Nick, it's still the same fucking
hate that
area.
for a
They
reason.
just changed it.
It's like, there was cool stuff, but I hate it for a reason. Which the
Yeah, I
reason
know,
had
you
a
didn't
lot
like
to
the
do with
fact
my own
of there's-
personal thing.
Yeah, I know. I was about to say, you didn't like the fact that the humans couldn't become every single class. You had to become the different stuff like a Moogle and a Banga and a Varia
Oh
and
no,
shit like
I was
that.
cool with the Moogle. Moogle was cool. I didn't like
Yeah.
the fact that my Dragoon had to be a Banga. I didn't like
Well,
the
considering the fact that a
my
Banga
red
is a
mage
dragon.
was forced. No, they're a lizard. They're not. a
Well,
dragon.
yes, they're a lizard, but what is a dragon?
It's a motherfucking dragon. If you went up to a dragon and said, "Hey, you big lizard," you know what's gonna happen to you?
You're either going to
one
get
of a
burnt, shot
thousand
with lightning,
things.
or,
Burned,
Yeah.
frozen, shocked with lightning,
Boy.
fucking turn into a puddle of goop because it shoots you in the face with highly corrosive acid that just melts you into nothingness.
Yes.
It's funny that after I
Or
hear
it
you say
fucking eats
that,
your ass.
I think to myself, for years everybody called Charmander a dragon, and he's a salamander.
Yeah. Which
He starts
is...
off as a salamander, but Charizard isn't. He's a dragon.
Charizard is a salamander. He has no dragon type. Ever.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
Until,
Yes, he
until
does.
until they just
his Mega
modified the
Evolution.
game to give him the EX, and then he's no longer a salamander because he actually grows an extra pair of wings and gets these tusks and flames come out of his nose.
Yeah, it's kind of true.
That's the
Mega
only
Charizard's a dragon. Shut up.
the same thing if you walked up to a dragon
See,
and called it a
Savage
dragon.
Reviews has got my back. Thank you, guy. Or girl. Whichever you may be, because I have no clue who the hell you is.
That's actually Jeremy McDougal. I just did a crossover episode with
Alright,
him. Actually,
cool.
it'll be coming out soon.
Jeremy, thank you. You're a cool guy. See, Jeremy's got my back. Fucking summon Bahamut Zero on your asses. Call that
Look,
motherfucker a lizard.
look,
Fucking
just...
space nuclear.
It's kind of like going back to the old dinosaur thing. Like, as dinosaurs were evolving, they were lizards. Like, that's essentially their breed. Like, they're
Well, now there's a lot
reptile.
of scientists that think they were birds.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
more reminiscent of birds than anything.
Yeah, they're more reminiscent of birds now that they've realized that a lot of them had feathers and shit, but even so, a lot of them dropped the
on top of
feathers.
that,
And...
they also had the hollow bones.
Oh, yeah, there's that too.
That was one of the big pointers right there, was the hollow bones.
Smoky treat. Sorry.
No, it's fine. Go ahead, talk about me smoking. I don't give a fuck.
No, I was smoking.
Damn it, quit talking about smoking. I want to go smoke now. I can't, because we're doing this. I don't get signal out in my garage.
Fuck
I
did
swear
I
to God,
miss?
Shane. I
Love you, Jeremy.
Shit. I'm about to.
I agree.
I'm about to
I
bust out
agree.
that Final Fantasy X laugh.
No, oh God damn it.
But I
hate you
agree.
both so much.
I agree with him. Ghostbusters 2016 is God. Do agree with him. I do agree.
Shit, man.
You gonna throw in some Green Ranger Silver Streak too while you're at it?
Man,
Yeah, we already did
Since
that.
I'm already getting pissed
now
off
that
enough.
now that you beat me to it, I'm not gonna do it.
I was gonna say, I actually kind of like it because it looks kind of neat.
I'm
That's
curious
just me
about it.
personally.
I'm also gonna be honest real quick. The silver stripe on the Green Ranger helmet doesn't actually bother me at all. No, so
It's like racing stripes. It makes him kick more ass.
I just don't care
It
one
really
way
doesn't.
or another.
But it makes you think it does.
but yeah.
Oh yeah,
The
buggy
only thing
guys.
the only thing that ever came from my mindset when that silver stripe appeared, the only thing that ever came to my mindset was that there was silver on the dragon sword. I thought it looked a little out of place, but I've noticed that while everybody complains about the stripe, I will say something that's strange to me. Nobody complained about the fact that the shield changed.
It became normal.
No, the shield's design on the front, it's different.
You get
The diamond is different. And nobody ever said a word. Ever. When the diamond changed, nobody batted an eye. But when a little bit of silver appeared on his helmet, a lot of people got mad. I always thought that was kind of strange.
At least it wasn't gold.
I
Oh,
would
no,
have been. I
that's
think
the
I would have
Bat and
been more
Sun
into
one.
that. If it actually would have been gold, I think I would have been even more into that.
The Bat and the Sun,
Oh, wow,
the Bat and the
actually,
Sun
no, the
version
gold-
is gold.
Oh yeah.
Well, the gold is I would prefer the gold, to be honest. I think it would look neat.
I think I understand why they went with the silver though. It's probably
I've
more along
always-
the lines of trying to tie it into the Dragon Sword itself, because the Dragon
Yeah,
Sword
because
has a
the-
shit ton of
I
silver.
was gonna
on
say
it.
just
Well,
to
the
piss
dragon
Scout
sword has
off.
that silver horn thing that comes off the back of its head.
that
That's
too.
true.
So I always assumed that's what they were going for. What's
But-
up, Matt uses knife?
Can I borrow the knife and start stabbing some people?
Dude, people have awesome names when they get in here, man. We've had almost a Jill sandwich tonight.
Actually,
now we got
is
Matt
that person
uses
still
knife.
here? I'm hoping
Oh.
that person is still here, because that'd be awesome.
Sure, but he sure was awesome, dude. Some
They're like,
names
why isn't more
win.
people watching this? It's like, I would like to know that too, but your name is fucking epic as shit.
Dude, he really was, man. Best name. He might win best name of the night. Almost Jill sandwich.
Yep, Matt uses knife gets second. That Savage Reviews, on the other hand, it gets honorable mention. But that Gregory Smith, that one wins the worst.
Yeah, I agree.
That
Gregory
person-
Smith wins the worst.
I agree.
He's gonna
That's
watch
a
that.
stupid ass name.
He's gonna watch this in the morning. He's gonna be like, "Fuck you guys."
He's gonna be like, fuck you, Nick. I'm like, ha ha ha, bitch.
Actually, I'm
what
getting to
does he
that
care?
point.
He makes more money than all of us.
What?
And if they're on a PS4, then they don't have a
Oh, I'm not
keyboard,
gonna
it's
get
going to
my
take like
opinions
a
in?
million years.
That's nice. I didn't get my opinions in about E3, Final Fantasy VII Remake, so, you know what? Okay. No. Everyone was busy, so... Oh, that's assuming I get it out. Well, especially while everyone else is talking. And Savage Reviews, shut the fuck up about Ghostbusters. But as far as E3, I'm going to be busy trying to cover it, especially with action video game talk. I got to cover it Sunday and Monday. Just about all day. No, there's none that weekend. Yeah, it's the... It's going to be... The E3's this Sunday and Monday. The next WWE pay-per-view is the following Sunday. The end... Yeah, it did. No, Money in the Bank will be next Sunday, and I know that this Saturday we should be getting together to record for the Sentai. And then actually let me check, because I think I got them right here. Because I had to actually start... Ooh. Yeah, 88 Live Man. Oh, it's been starting. A lot of trailers have been dropping already. That's the problem. And Nintendo's whenever they're doing theirs. Ouch. Yeah. Yeah, I'll try to be posting any major things that as they're happening. Yeah. Yeah, I kept posting up updates as to what was announced and stuff, and then for this year I might be doing the same thing, but I'm also planning on trying to audio record for Action Video Game Talk after each press conference. Hoping to. With E3, there's like a few things I am looking forward to, like some more stuff about No Man's Sky, at least some more info with the 7 remake. It's August now. On the plus side, it's not another year. Yeah. Well, I know that there's these talks, rumors of this Skyrim remake or remastering. Yeah, some UK website or something, and it's like I'm hoping either a trailer drops at the Bethesda E3 or maybe before. Mm. It's too. But was. But look at the Batman. Well, you're gonna have the ability to play all of Skyrim on PS4 as well. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Well, the Yeah, it was only 360, and this rumor that's been going around is for Dead Rising 4. Yeah. Yeah, the things that I heard is that it could be released on PS4 and Xbox One, but considering the original source of this is because of it being possibly a 4-player co-op, is might be why they're throwing on Dead Rising 4. But the rumored leak showed like the West guy from the original in, I guess, the same city, just in a different spot, but talking about how he's might have like a mall level that he can go back to. Yeah, they're calling it 4 because of the 4-player co-op.
Dude, I play the shit out of that.
Now, if it does come to PS4, that would be cool. But if it's an Xbox One exclusive, then it would no longer be cool.
Why? Don't you have an... that's right.
Nobody has an Xbox One.
I would actually bite the bullet finally and buy an Xbox One. I would actually do that. That way we could all sit down and play some Dead Rising 4.
Who's we all? I ain't buying an Xbox One unless you're buying it for me.
I'm assuming you could probably
Dude,
do
like I
co-op
said, my bank
couch.
account just somehow magically got drained. I ain't got money for no Xbox.
Okay, to be fair, I could buy another Xbox.
What if it's split
that's
screen?
not the point.
Well, split screen, alright. But do you really think that they're going to do, like, couch co-op plus
I would
online?
be dumbfounded.
It's most likely going to be 4-player online.
That's pretty much
strictly
dead.
Nintendo.
Yeah.
Nintendo still does it.
Well, yeah, Nintendo does, but at the same time, it's one of those
they
things
consider
where...
themselves a family console.
That's
Yeah.
no, you're right.
Sit
You're right.
in the same room and live.
Bill,
Yeah.
completely off topic. I
Yeah.
forgot how pretty Fire 3 looks in this game.
Oh,
Anyway. But no, like, my point, like, it's one of those things where it's really weird to see, like, couch co-op and,
'cause I'm not
like,
fast enough.
online. Because it's either you get couch co-op with no online, or you get online only.
Right. They don't do
Like,
both, usually.
it's very weird anymore to see a game where, like, if I were to go over to Bill's and Bill were to be in, like, the middle of playing, like, One Piece, I could sit down and, like, play One Piece with him using his characters that he's grinded the fuck out of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas when I'm sitting playing my copy, we could play it online. But I very seriously doubt that if Scott went over to, like, Bill's and he was like, yeah, I'll 2-player with you. And he's like, well, but I'm going to, get online with Seth and we're going to do one of these streams. I very seriously doubt that it'd be like, oh, well, Bill can play and Seth can play and Scott can play and we'll count Scott as the 3rd player. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it would have to come down to a matter of,
I wouldn't say it's impossible, but if they do have co-op and it's co-op local, I'll bet you it's one of those situations where it's 2-player local, 4-player online. I've seen that a lot.
True.
Yeah.
That I could see happening. But like the old style 4 screens, fucking Twisted Metal type of 4-player, I think that's a dead breed.
Some Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
Actually, that's another thing I've been waiting for, but I already know it's never going to come out because Valve can't count the 3.
What?
I I'm sorry. I'm still waiting on Half-Life 3. I'm waiting on Portal 3, and I'm waiting on, Left 4 Dead 3. Valve can't count to 3. Damn it, Gabe Newell. You keep taking all my money during the summer sale and the winter sale with Humble Bundle, but you can't give me a third game in a series.
Now you know the reason why the fans went out of their way to mod games. They were like, hey, this is a fun game. Well, I can't wait for the sequel. Yeah, you're right. I can't wait for the sequel. I'm going to make my own game out of this game.
Now, just because of this, the next games are going to be fucking prequels.
Probably, but actually, I would love Portal 3 to be a prequel.
Or episodes.
I would love that to be a prequel. That's okay. Half-Life was in episodes, so it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm completely okay with both of those.
That got fucking irritating too.
And
they
Left
were
4
like,
Dead,
oh, here's episode 1
each of
and
the
episode
campaigns
2.
are episodes. So I'm completely okay with them doing it because they have it down to a science where it actually works well. But no, speaking of mods, Seth, you got Fallout 4, right?
Yep.
You looking forward to being able to play with mods on our PS4s here next month?
I wouldn't mind it. Like, that's kind of the only reason why, like I said, I'm hit and miss with Skyrim. Because, like I said, on the PS3, if you played Skyrim, it could fuck up, even though it looks fan-fucking-tastic. But Macho Dragons in Skyrim, fuck yeah, sign me up.
So
I'm looking forward to people putting that onto the PS4 if it is Skyrim that is coming out on the PS4, because I will totally put Macho Dragons in there, and then I will put the Cloud Buster Sword in there, and I will have glorious times. But I'm looking forward to Fallout 4 being able to do like all these cool stuff with my character finally.
Before we close this one out, you got anything else, Scott?
Just the Final Fantasy VII stuff. It's like, I'm probably just gonna either get a season pass so I don't have to buy episode by episode by episode, or wait.
Are they doing that? Are they?
Yeah.
They're gonna. Yeah. That seems to be the best way to do it. That's legitimate. Definitely.
Or wait for them to release a retail full copy.
I'd be surprised.
You think you?
I mean, not that I'd be surprised about the retail, but I think, if these games are anything like I'm expecting, you would have like a 3-disc game.
3 parts, 3 discs, 3 episodes.
I really do. I'm thinking
It'd
each
be like
one of
the
these
original Final
episodes.
Fantasy VII.
Yeah, I think each one of these episodes is going to be huge.
full
I think
disc.
people have underestimated just how big this is going to be. Because, look, graphics take the most space on the disc. And these games are going to look fucking ridiculous.
Well,
on
not
top
only
of
to
that,
mention that, you got the soundtracks, and then you have to put in all the voice clips for
Yep.
every single character, and I don't know if anyone's looked at voice clip sizes lately. I know Bill has. Possibly.
wow.
I don't know if you've actually looked at the size of the video or the voice files that we do from time to time. Those fuckers
I have
get
to.
huge.
So but yeah.
Yeah, well, all I know is in 12 days I'm going to be playing this here awesome game.
What game?
JoJo?
Oh, I pre-ordered. No, last night I pre-ordered Mighty Number 9.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Wait,
just
is there
wait.
a demo
just,
out
no,
for that?
Just wait.
A demo, no, but if you pre-order it, you get a static theme for your PlayStation, which I was like, I don't give a fuck. I
Give
just
it
want
a-
the damn game.
Give it a week or
Speaking of themes, tomorrow after I pay my next bill and I see what kind of money I have left, if I can get a $10 card, it's motherfucking Mighty Morphin Power Rangers dynamic PlayStation 4 theme all goddamn day in this bitch.
I'm still
Nice.
using the one that I got from buying FF7.
Dude,
I'm
it's
still,
sick as
same
shit.
here.
I'm still
Yep.
using the one that I bought for football season. The
Star
one
Trek.
that'll piss off Shane.
Dude, I finally got a chance to show Shane just how extreme that Star Trek one is.
That start.
It's-
Yeah. I agree.
Oh, your
with you.
dynamic one? Yeah, that
I
is
Dude, that
pretty
thing's
fucking
sick
thin.
as shit.
I agree with Bill. The Final Fantasy VII one that we all got it is cool. Don't get me wrong, it's cool. But that Star Trek one does so much more. It warps.
It warps.
Actually,
it warps. It goes
Cloud
to like
don't warp.
6 different planets. It goes around moons. It actually enters like a space warp where the ship starts to turn orange. It has like 16 different camera angles that circle the ships in different directions.
Now you know what would be
sick.
you know what would make that theme even cooler is if after it's gone through the different planets and shit, all of a sudden it cut to the inside of the ship, and somebody's getting bitched. Like there's just a random red shirt getting slapped around.
I tell you, that
since
I've seen that dynamic theme for Power Rangers though. That's pretty damn good. It's got all this lightning and shit going on in the background, and there's music. And all the Rangers are kind of moving, and the white and green are both in the picture.
I have one
which is
issue.
kind of weird because it makes them a 7-man team. What's up?
Go ahead.
My issue
ahead,
is the
Scott.
music.
Really?
That's because licensing.
Yeah, they couldn't get the Power Rangers theme song.
No, that's. I'm happy. I'm ecstatic they couldn't get that song. 100%. Fuck Saban. What they did to that guy is dog shit. They fucked him royally, and they deserve to have half-wit products.
You mean kind of like how one of our themes is kind of like a knockoff Power Rangers?
Dude, what they did to him is dog shit. Look it up. Look at how they got him to make these fucking songs. If you listen to the soundtrack of the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, about halfway through, you'll start running into these songs where he's talking about the song Fight has nothing to do with fighting. It's about getting dogged by the company he was working for. They offered him the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie, and then when Fox started asking questions about, hey, who's doing all that great music, they immediately blackballed his ass. Saban was like, oh, they said they didn't want you. Sorry, you just don't have the experience. And he was told that he's not allowed to talk to the executives, that they'll fire him, that they don't need him messing up their good fucking relations, that he could say the wrong thing and this and that, and they barred him from communication with other studios so that they could make sure that they could keep him writing for them. They wouldn't let him communicate or outbranch, and they paid him like he was a fucking dog. He got paid McDonald's drive-through wages for the work he did.
Huh.
They fucked him.
I do have some good news, though.
This theme looks bad as fuck, because I'm watching the preview for it right now.
No,
but
Star Trek,
the theme, I will say this about what Scott said. The theme would be even better if it had that song, but I'm fine with the fact that they didn't get it.
I got the Star Trek Online downloaded, and I'm looking at it right now. If you were wondering, Bill.
I'll be more wondering tomorrow when you come into work after staying up till 8 in the morning, and then you can tell me about it.
Don't worry, I'm
Because I
kind of in the
figure
same boat, seeing as
if
how
you
it's
start
3 o'clock
playing
in the
it-
morning and I still got to throw my laundry from the washer into the dryer.
If you start playing it and it actually turns into a good game, you'll probably go to sleep at like 9 in the morning or some shit.
Oh, actually, speaking of games, and because we're on the Star topic, something you might be interested in, Bill. New Star Ocean game coming out.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's coming out. Actually, it's coming out this month.
I wouldn't be
I think
against
it's on the
that.
28th. It's taking place between the second and third games.
Huh.
Yeah.
That sounds weird.
So when are they
It
gonna?
sounds fucking
When are they gonna?
pimp.
When they gonna HD remaster that there till the end of time?
I don't know, but I would love to. I would love
Damn
it.
right.
I fucking loved that game.
See, I'm tired of all this Gen 7 shit. How about we fall a little further back and get some games that need some remasteries?
Agreed.
Like
you
Legend
mean
of
like
Dragoon.
I want to play it till the end of time. Honestly, I would love a revamp of Star Ocean 2. And not that PSP bullshit that they gave me. I want, like, cool revamp 2.
I'd like to see.
Yeah, well,
It's kind of a
I
it's
want
kind
the
of an
first
offbeat
one
game.
revamped.
It's kind of an offbeat game, but I'd like to see them for the Xbox or the PlayStation because it came out on both. Well, it's weird. The first game, I need to see these games put together. The first game was on Xbox. The second game was on PlayStation 2. So you can't play the lineage in one set. Has anybody ever played Crimson Sea?
I've
Sounds familiar.
not see. I played Crimson Skies.
No, Crimson Sea. Crimson Sea is awesome.
Oh yeah, Legend of Dragoon remake would be great too.
I'd be into
I-
that.
I'd be
completely
all up
be
for
into
that.
Well, no, I'd be into a remastery, not a remake.
Okay, Crimson
Because
Sea.
a remake would just be the Legend of
Oh.
Dragoon guys in like Devil May Cry or some shit. That's what they
I've
do.
seen this game.
Yeah,
I think
you
I
can
actually
only-
played it for the original Xbox.
you can only play part 1 on the Xbox, and you can only play part 2 on the PS2. So there needs to be a remastery. They need to rescale that game, put them both
And
on
put
one
both parts
disc.
together.
Yep. So you can actually play through the whole game.
Well, you know what they need to do is they need to get off their asses and they need to get Nobuo Uematsu and fucking Akira Toriyama together again, so that way then they can make an actual Chrono Trigger 2. Because fuck Chrono Cross. I tried playing that shit once and not for me.
He
But
said,
Chrono
You know what
Trigger.
would have been nice? Is if Square Enix hadn't got their fucking, lawyers up in a goddamn pissy fit with their panties all tangled up and went, that fan-made sequel that you guys are working on? Yeah, fuck that.
I've played it.
Yeah, I did too. I really wish it would have been finished. I really do. Because it was pretty cool. But alas, we shall never have it.
Got
'Cause
anything
I don't
else,
even
Scott?
think you can find it.
Nope.
No? You're issued out?
For now.
Anybody else
Well,
got a
that
final?
sucks that Danny jumped in and now he's finna get cut off.
Ooh.
An old buddy of ours from the yarding days.
I'll see.
Ooh.
I said Jack just want a drink.
Ooh.
This is. Bill's gonna like this part.
What?
You get to name your own ship.
So
Oh,
he
yeah, I
can
forgot
have
about
the
that.
SS My Nuts.
No, he can have
Because
the
you know
USS
Bill's gonna
Rebel.
do that.
What?
He's gonna have the USS My Nuts.
No, Shane's gonna have the USS Tug My
For
Rug.
as- for as much as I am a joker, man, there's
Bill's gonna
Yeah,
have
I
don't-
when it.
I don't think I'm gonna joke much when it comes to me finally getting to be in the Star Trek game. I'll tell you that. I'm pretty hardcore about my Star Trek.
You know what would be awesome is if we could actually get the Star Trek art, like the forum thing that we were doing for your book. If we could actually get that to work on there.
See, but this is exactly what I was talking about. What he just said worries me because it means that everybody gets their own ship. I was hoping that we could actually build a crew, like all of us, and focus on different jobs and be on a ship. That's what I was
Yeah.
hoping was going to happen. But it sounds like everybody gets their own constitutions and everybody gets their own,
Well, the,
Yeah,
the really good
because,
ships, you have to go through a retarded amount of stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but everybody still gets their
Or you
own.
have to buy
It's
it.
still
Yeah.
gonna be my galaxy and your galaxy, not me and you on the galaxy together.
Like,
Well, of
Something
course
about
not,
that
because
seems
we wouldn't be
very-
on the galaxy.
Something
You
about
get
that
to-
seems very not MMO to me. But we'll see. I can't make too many judgments.
You know what would be funny is if they turned it into like Star Trek Oregon Trail. So that means Nick can stock up on dilithium and I can stock
And
up
then-
on medical and Bill can stock up on fucking actual crew
And
members that
then
know what the
Shane
fuck they're
can
doing.
sit down on the dilithium and break it all.
Yeah. But that's what I mean, like we could just travel together and be like, fuck, I'm out of dilithium. Nick could be like, don't you worry, I got you covered, motherfucker. Here you go.
let's see how this game plays.
Holy
All right.
fucking shit!
All right,
Do
people.
you want to
I
know?
think
Do you
this
want to know
is
how much
what-
the DLC for this game is, Bill?
Which game?
For fucking Star Trek Online. Do you want to know how much it'd cost you to get all the DLC for this game?
$150.
No,
Really?
300,
$349.96, buddy. You too can have all the download content for this free-to-play game now.
Well,
I'd heard
fuck, let me
something
build
about-
my cash
I'd heard
up to
something about
$1,000.
I'd heard something about what we're about to get has an awful lot of stuff in it, though. The one that's about to come out for it.
Well, that'd be
The
good.
the one that's about to launch for the PS4 and the Xbox is supposed to be a very complete edition. Like, we were reading about it today. It's going to come with an awful lot of stuff.
Oh God, I'm wondering if they're gonna do the same thing that DCU did then.
Of course,
Or,
once
like, if
games
you
go
bought the
free,
membership thing.
once
then you
games go
just get
free,
all
they
of it.
all do that. Once games go
Yeah.
free, they all do that because they need a way to make money. So they offer the game for free, just like if you were the cigarette company, you need to offer all the little kids cigarettes. And then when they come back, you need to be like, "No, these cost money, motherfucker."
So you mean kind of like how drug dealers do it? Here, the first bit's
Yeah.
free, and then after that, you
the
best
same
start
business.
sucking dick for your coke
It's
habit.
it's the same business. These games need
Yep.
you hooked. MMOs all work on a very strict foundation. There's just enough to do that you'll be doing it forever. And if you want to pay this little bit of money once the game goes free, we'll make it a little easier to do. Not that you can't do it with the free version, because with DCU, as long as you're willing to put in a hell of a lot more time than me, you can still do everything I do with the free version. It's just going to be a lot more difficult for you.
You also can't have the 50 characters that you have,
Right.
because the
I
free
also
gives you
can't
2.
do any of the special expansion stuff that you do.
Like what? Because all you
Like
got to do is
certain-
the instances.
Yeah, but a lot of the episodes and stuff are locked out.
They're locked out because of your level. You have to go by tier. Your armor creates a tier. You build your armor. As your armor goes up, you unlock the tiers.
Yeah, he's kind of right
So
about that.
you could have played with us. You just didn't have the patience to unlock the tiers. Because
That night,
the armor,
really just didn't care for the game that much.
the armor works in a really strange way, because the armor is like you have to get everything level 42 across the board, and then you can start working on the 52, and then the 57, and then the 62s. Like you can't put on the level 45 helmet and the 52 gloves and things like that, because after a while it's going to reach an area where you can't equip stuff because you need to get rid of your low stuff so that you can move up in the tier.
Yeah.
But regardless, I think we're done. I think this podcast is done.
Oh, see, there we go. Gaming Guru, all 8-player raids are locked if you don't have membership.
Oh, so you couldn't have done the 8-player raid.
That
Holy
means
shit.
the War of Light.
Could have split up
War
into
of Light would've been
4-player
locked out.
groups.
Yeah, but as it stands right now, I've yet to even do the War of Light.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's like that was something that kind of interested me, but unless I paid for it, or bought that specific expansion, I wouldn't be able
So
to
you
do it.
you put $10 down one time. You play Final Fantasy 14, it costs more than that. So
Yeah, but I actually
so-
enjoy 14.
Right, but that's what I mean. So the argument is kind of unsound, though. Like you just didn't like the game, and that's fine. That's a legitimate argument, but it's
And I mean,
unlegitimate
I did
to
sink
say
a crap ton of time into it too, so this time I actually have a reason to hate it, other than, you know, poor-ass PC controls.
right.
Which, you know, playing an Acrobat on PC was fucking terrible.
It was the best. All right,
No,
we're
it
done
definitely
with
was
this
not.
one. We're done. This has been our episode. There.
We're still streaming. Okay.
No, we're not.
I was,
No, it's
well, it was still
like I
going
said,
for a
10 to
second. I was like,
15.